it shine through. Just let your soul, baby, feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul go. So glow.
That means that we punched our ticket to go try to win a Super Bowl, and that's it. We got one game at a time, starting at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Love y'all, boys. Love you. Love you. I'll go to war with every single one of you, every game, all right? Love you, 1-7. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Win.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have me douse, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 It's showtime.
Welcome to Monday Night Uncensored. I'm your host, Tommy, to the highest degree, to the TOP, from the 313. And by my side is my main man, my toucan Sam, the one they call the Apex Man, Mr. Mikey. Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday to all of Bill's Mafia rocking with us tonight. What up, Mikey?
Not much. I'm having some technical difficulties over here on my side.
No.
And I can't figure out where it's at, and it's driving me
that little
freaking crazy.
Yeah, I see that. Look at
It's
that.
Like I have this I have this like crazy little white thing up at the top, and I cannot get
I
to
see
go
it.
away.
I see it.
And it's
I
driving
see
me
it. Oh, it went away.
I got it. Okay.
There we go.
Oh, that was driving me nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't there until we went live, and then all of a sudden it was there.
It happens. It happens.
Joey, what's going on, brother? Welcome.
Yeah. Ronnie says, crazy. That's all. Just something crazy. Something's crazy. Something's crazy.
You know, what's crazy is what you text me today. That's crazy.
Oh, which one? I texted you quite a few things today.
Talking about I don't know where you got the report cards because they are no longer allowed to be public, but on the staff, on the medical staff.
Oh, woo! Yes, huh?
So why don't we start tonight with a little bit about that?
Yeah, let's do it. So, you want to start or do you want me to go and pull it up?
Yeah, you should pull it up because I don't know a whole lot about it. I just got your text. It says like, what the hell?
Yeah, let me pull it up right now. Get to some of the chat while I'm pulling it up.
Yeah. So we had Ronnie talking about craziness, which we're gonna get into that. Joey's in the house. Sandra's in the house. What's going on? Spin's in the house. Spin's in the house. You know he's not gonna like our grades.
Spin is in the house. Okay.
You know he's not gonna like our grades.
He's probably not.
But
probably not. Okay, here we go.
I'm here. It's a Monday. I'm not being lazy in Spin's eyes. You know, so we'll keep it good there. Yeah. So where did this come from? I guess the first.
I don't know, but it was reported all day today. It was a big story coming out of today. About I guess it came out like the list of injuries for every team or something like that, like the amount. It says the NFL recently filed a grievance over the NFLPA annual report cards.
Yeah.
The league wanted to prevent the NFLP from publicizing criticism of teams, owners, and staff. The league won the ruling, but the 26-page ruling was recently obtained by PFF. So it's already out there, right? And right here, Buffalo Bills. The Union dropped the club in the overall rankings from prior years because issues previously raised by players have not been addressed, and the Union claimed players were concerned that current training staffing is inequitable to help them recover, and travel continues to be the worst part of their experience because they do not have a comfortable amount of space when traveling, and the travel schedule itself is a source of significant dissatisfaction.
Yes. That's
and then
been
right
an
here
ongoing thing
is
for
the list
years under McDermott. The travel, because he roommates people. The coaches sit in first class. Why the player, though, especially most of the players sit and coach. Like there was a lot of like the travel days and the travel schedule didn't that was an ongoing, like for McDermott's entire time here, that there was issues with that.
So here's the top 5 list, by the way. Most injured teams by RotoWire. Cardinals 303 games missed. Lions 274. Dolphins 265. 49ers 254. Bills 246. The healthiest team was the Raiders with 83 games. So imagine that. 254. 246 for us. Sorry. That's wild, right? It says several key contributors were among those who missed time. Ed Oliver, Michael Hoyt, Dalton Kincaid, Joshua Palmer, Max Harrison, Teron Johnson, Terrell Bernard, and Taylor Rapp. And obviously there's more, but those are significant ones.
Okay.
Crazy, huh?
Let's touch on those. Let's go back to those players.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay.
Right.
Ed Oliver got hurt in a game.
Yep.
Hoyt got hurt in a game. Dalton's. You want to talk about Dalton? Dalton didn't get hurt in the game, so I don't know when he got hurt. Palmer was in a game.
He got hurt in practice.
Yeah.
While he was rehabbing.
Yeah.
Injury, which I don't. Okay.
Palmer was in a game. Harrison, one was in a game, one wasn't. Harrison was a freak accident. Teron, I don't remember Teron's. Bernard. Here's my issue with some of those issues that we had. So most of these, I'm not gonna, Taylor Rapp and Bernard and Palmer all tried to play through injury. That's some of the issue that I had. And that was one of the things that they talked about, the article that came out about McDermott and how he pushed guys and didn't back off guys, and the load management. And I don't know how much that truly is a McDermott thing versus a training staff thing, but this is an ongoing issue with, we also have, most of those guys are smaller dudes.
Yeah. But I mean, the players coming out and complaining, though, just, you know what I'm saying? I get where you're going, but at the same time, if players are stepping up complaining about the Bills training staff not, helping them with their process of rehab properly, right? And then obviously the travel on top of it, like, it sounds to me like it maybe not so much about how these players were getting hurt, Mikey, or injured, more so about how the recovery time is, right? And how they're helping them recover. That seems, for me, at least, right, in that little piece where they're kind of saying, hey, this is what we don't like. We feel like, we're not getting enough attention for the rehab. It seems like that's where they're going with it. I mean, what do you see in that? I mean, that's what I see. I don't see...
The training and that piece is a little tight because they used to have it broken out by what part. The nutritionists, they got killed.
Right.
The nutritionist got killed. The travel got killed, and those were two of the most lowest grades. Everything else was actually really high. So I would be interesting because the rehab piece, you have guys refusing not to have surgery and do certain things inside the rehabs, and so to put that on a training staff seems a little weird to me. Yeah.
I mean, that's what came out. I'm just, I'm just going on what was, reported. Clearly, that report got leaked, got to PFF. So, I mean, that's a report. That's not like a source. That's the actual. That's why the NFL is suing the NFLPA or whatever they're doing, because that got leaked. I don't know, man. To me, here's the problem, though. And here's the problem where it stands with Bean. Now this article is out, right? Bean already came out, 2 weeks ago, and said we're keeping the training staff. I feel like it was more, self-inflicted. I think he used the word, and also, maybe a little bit more on the practice side. I feel like he hinted towards, but he kept load management. But he kept that. But he still kept the training staff. Now that this report's out, I mean, it's probably too late. But of course, it's kind of like another knock on Bean for the people that are hating Bean still, or feel like Bean is a bad GM or shouldn't be here still. I feel like this is another kind of punch to the gut for him, because now, he already came out and said they're keeping him, which more than likely, it's not like he's going to fire him now. The article's out. It would be a bad look now, right? So the only thing he can hope for, Mikey, is injuries go down in 2026. That whatever they do, because he did say they're going to work together more. Remember, he came out and said they're going to get together and all that stuff. And, whatever they got, if that goes down for the Bills, injuries in 2026, then okay, he made the right decision. But I'm going to tell you right now, if it stays the same or go higher, then he fucked up. He clearly fucked up, right? Because clearly that training staff is not working out, right? And he probably should have moved on. But it is what it is. They're here to stay. That's how I see it. I just feel like it's a damning article, especially now between the training staff and the players, because that's out now. So you get what I'm saying? So like, the players are going to have to see these guys, right? Like,
yeah. And I mean, the way that was talked about, again, going back to how it was broken out before, that I'd be interested to know more. Was it really a training staff issue, or was it other pieces that were tied into that whole department? Because there was a lot of pieces inside that department they call the training staff that that got low grades, and like I said earlier, the nutritionist and a few others. I know load management has been a long-term issue too. And how McDermott pressed on guys. Based off the articles that have been written about it. So I'd be interested to know more about that. I don't read that as that's a Bean fuck up. Now, I would like to see us get some bigger players and stop playing with these little small dudes who constantly get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's a Bean fuck up. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying now that this article's out and he already came out and said he's keeping the staff on board. Now that this article's out, it's kind of like people that don't already like Bean is what I'm saying. Is going to
could use this as more fodder for stoke the flames.
Exactly. So
okay,
you know what I mean. That's where I'm going with that. So, but look, I just want to show this one more time. So, and this is actually a bigger shows a little bit more clear of what they said. So. This is it, Mikey. So in case we'll go through right here so you can see what the player says. So look, it says Buffalo Bills. The union dropped the club in the overall rankings for prior years because of issues previous raised by players.
Yep.
They have not been addressed and thus have become greater. The players were concerned that current training staffing is inadequate to help them recover. That is, Mikey. That's not good. These are players saying the current training staff is inadequate to help them recover. This is not about how they get hurt. This is how they're recovering, right? And travel continues to be the worst part of their experience. So let's say the travel, okay, we'll put that on. Let's say we could put that on McDermott, right? McDermott, let's just say he should be better with that. He's the coach. He should accommodate them better, including the owner, right? However, this is, travel's being done. But the staffing inadequate to help them recover.
Well, the training in the boxes makes me wonder what part of the training staff, because again, multiple pieces. Is it the rehab piece? Is it the prevention piece? What piece of training staff is inadequate? So I'd be interested to know more. Obviously, we'll never will, but
no.
And
they're here. They're
and
current,
how many of them, and how many of the players were actually polled for that?
True. Yeah. It says the union claimed players were concerned that current training staff is inadequate to help them cover. It continued to travel. I already read that. Buffalo's front office opted to retain the current training staff shortly after introducing former offensive coordinator Joe Brady, and that's it for that. So that part, that little piece there, the inadequate from the recovery, is I think that hurts. Like that And like I said, I'm very curious when they return, because don't they have to see these guys? They have to see the training staff again. And like now the training staff knows that these guys feel like they're not doing their job. So I'm very interested also to know if Bean knew about these players' concerns, or if this was just something that they told the NFLPA and now Bean knows. You get what I'm saying? Because I almost feel like if these players told Bean, which I don't think they did, but I feel like if they did, that I don't know if these guys, I don't know where Mikey went, but I don't think these guys would have returned. I think Bean would have moved on from the training staff if these players informed the coach at the time, Sean McDermott, and Brandon Bean, that they weren't getting the proper treatment in their recovery time, right? Mikey will be back, so I'll answer some questions. But I guess that would be my concern with this whole article coming out. It's not even an article. It's just, it got leaked. It's true. Players. Now, they don't say which players, but I'm assuming the injured ones. Right? So, oh, man. Mikey will be back. Let me answer some questions while he's messing around. Probably his internet. If the Bills don't re-sign McGovern and Edwards, go with SVP. All right, SVP. Yeah, you signed Dina first there to be one of the guards. Maybe. I mean, we got time. I think Edwards would be the guy that would be maybe a guy they would welcome back depending on what he would take. McGovern, I don't feel like he's coming back. I don't. We'll find out, but I one of the two, if not both, are gone. But I would welcome Edwards back, but I would still want him to compete against the guard. Mikey is back, and no idea what happened to Mikey. Mikey, how you doing?
I lost signal.
That's all right.
It's storming where I'm at, so it didn't surprise me.
So if you go again, we know it's storming over there in sunny California.
It definitely ain't sunny.
Yeah. Well, you get my point where I was going with the whole thing. It's just, you know, and what I was trying to say before you got cut off was I'm very curious because I kind of don't feel like they did, if these players addressed it during the 2025 season or even before that, whatever, to McDermott and Bean, and then they kind of just brushed it aside, or they never addressed it and they addressed it to the NFLPA, right? Their concerns in the offseason, and now this is getting out. And I really wonder if that's the case. Let's say Bean didn't know about this. Is Bean going to now get with the training staff? Because I don't think he's going to fire him, right? It's too late for that. But he's going to get with them and go, yo, what happened here? We got to talk about this, because players are now, it's first I heard about it. Let's just say if it is. And we need to address this. Like, what went wrong in 2025? You get what I mean? Yep. Like, that's how I see it. He needs to address it.
I think there's going to be a lot of that. I think the travel thing is going to be addressed under Joe Brady.
100%.
You know, I think a lot of the issues that they've had, because let's be honest, McDermott was a stickler and he was a creature of habit, and you know he didn't like to adapt to change and those type of things. So I'll be interested to see how they do this year under new leadership, because a lot of that's controlled by the team, you know, by the head coach, and he controls a lot of that type of stuff. Like, at what point does Brady back off some guys, you know what I mean, and do load management? You know, how does that tie into with what? Because you heard this year a lot McDermott say, well, I don't know about that. Like he wasn't talking to the training staff. You know, how disconnected was he from it to truly understand? Like it seemed a little weird this year, you know, like the training staff hadn't gotten horrible remarks. Like the nutrition got bad remarks in the past, but the training staff didn't, you know? So I'll be interested to see. I guarantee you that there's going to be some internal discussion around that, because they have the top-notch facility that has all the preventive and recovery stuff there. So are the training staff just not using the tools that the organization has given them? That's the bigger question.
Right. It's like I said, I think this article is not good for Brandon Bean. He has to fix this, whatever he needs to do to address it. I don't think he needs to come out and talk to me or anything, but he definitely should, and I believe he will, get with Joe Brady because he's in charge. Well, actually, he's in charge of the training staff. Ultimately, the GM is in charge of training staff. So he needs to get with them and probably Joe Brady too, and really get this thing figured out because you don't want that. To me, also brings players that are disgruntled. Right, they're going to start going. Man,
there
come to Buffalo.
There was a lot of disgruntled players at the end of this last year too. Lots.
Right,
of them.
You come here, they don't take care of you when you get hurt. Like you don't want that to be the narrative in Buffalo, right? You come here, you get hurt. The fucking it's not accommodating, right? They don't really help you. The travel shitty, like it's not good. So they need to fix this, and if you can't fix it, you got to fire your training staff. Yeah. Clearly, they don't know what they're doing there. So I don't think they're fired now. They're going to be here for 2026, but they better get it right. That's all I'm saying. Because I think this is a very important season for Bean. Very important.
I also think you have to take into account who's the one voting. Is it the Taylor Rapps who got put on the shelf early? Is it the Hamlins who got put on the shelf early? Is it the Curtis Samuels who got put on the shelf early? And they never got brought back. Is it some of those type of guys who were disgruntled left and marked them down because they never got, they felt like they weren't priority. And who knows what led to all that type of stuff. So I'm not overly concerned about it. It's very low on my, oh shit, we need to fix this radar.
Correct. Yeah. I don't think it's
but
crazy.
It does feed into the people who hate Bean.
Dude, absolutely it does. Because the thing is now with him, they're gonna go back on everything he said. Every word he said, they're gonna go, oh, well, you said this about the receiver on the radio, right? You said this about the training staff. Now what we're getting into players are disgruntled. Like, so he has to get this right, is what I'm saying, this offseason. Very important for Brandon Bean in many, many ways. Because Terry Bagula, I feel like he gave him a chance, a last chance. Like, I feel like, in a way, when he said that at the press conference, he was like, maybe I'm wrong, like on the decision. That, to me, doesn't sound super confident. That kind of sounded
I don't
like
think that at all.
Really? I think,
I'll be perfectly honest, Terry doesn't want to run football operations. I agree with that. I truly believe after the draft, you're going to see us hire a GM, and Brandon Bean's going to be the president of football ops and run the business side for Terry.
That could happen, but I'm saying this season he will be the GM. He has to make the right decisions.
Well, maybe he'll be the GM through the draft, but maybe because they're talking about Joe Shane's been demoted. What if Joe Shane gets canned in New York after the draft, like Whaley did, and they decide to make Joe Shane the GM?
I don't think they would. I don't think Bean would bump. I don't think Bean would not give Gray or the other guy, I forget his name, the opportunity before Shane. Shane had his opportunity here in Buffalo. I'm not saying Shane wouldn't return or anything like that, but I think they would take it very bad unless they got an opportunity somewhere, which it wouldn't make sense. So I don't think that would be the case. I think those guys will get promoted. You're probably right. That's probably what's going to happen. But I don't think it's going to happen this year. I think it's going to happen next offseason. So this offseason, the reason I'm saying it's important is because, I don't know about being fired, but it's still not a good look if he doesn't get it right. Meaning,
I get that.
Being aggressive, during this offseason, which many feel he needs to be, at least with, certain, the drafting, free agency, and then of course getting these players back on board. Because like I said, this article, not great. But look, I believe in him. And look, I made a little thing on the bottom there. Make Bills great again, Mikey. Huh? MBGA. Huh? We're gonna get that started.
I mean, we've been in the final four of the AFC. For like the last 6 years. Like, make them great again. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, come on.
No,
come
great.
on.
Hey, we didn't win the division, so that's not great to me. I want the Bills great again. I'm making hats, guys. I'm going to sell them. Red, make Bills great again. # BB. Hashtag MPGA.
Let's get some of the chat. Spence says, how do we get low travel grades? We had least amount of travel because McDermott, again, it's the seating assignments that are on the travel thing. Some of the players didn't like that. The coaches were up in business and first, and the players are in coach. They also didn't like that, the first and second year guys have to room together, and the rest of them get their own rooms. Like, those were things that were called out year over year under McDermott.
Right.
So it doesn't surprise me. Trek comes in and says, if the Bills don't resign McGovern and Edwards, do we go and go with SVP? Would you sign Daniel? No, I would not sign Daniel Falele. I want no part of that dude.
I talked about this earlier.
Zero
I don't know
part
if
of
either
that
guy
dude.
come. Yeah, I don't know if either one of those guys come back. But Edwards, I would welcome back as a guy that could either start or compete for the job this offseason, but depending on the price, both those guys, I think they're around. I think they saw 14 for Edwards or something like that, 15 and 16 or something like that for McGovern is what I read, somewhere around those lines. But I think they're moving on from both, to be honest with you, Mikey.
Yeah, I do too. And Joey, we can agree to disagree on this. On he's been a bad GM. He has not been a bad GM. You don't win the executive of the year twice if you're bad at what you do. I'm sorry, you just don't. We've been in. We walked in and cleaned up the cap. Have we been in? Every year we have money. When you pay, the type of money we're paying. Now, do you want to say we've missed on guys or players haven't been developed and that's why we've missed on guys? Sure. I'm with you on that. We want to talk about his inability to hit on some of the free agents that we've paid. Okay. I'm open for that conversation. But if we're talking about, only 5th, 6th, and 7th, we hit on firsts, we've hit on seconds, we've hit on thirds. Like,
absolutely.
What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
We've gone through it,
Yeah.
and I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
We did Joey, we're not going to do it again because it's annoying. Maybe one time we'll do it again if we're bored enough this offseason. But we went through every offseason of Brandon Beane since he's been here, drafting and free agency. I think we gave one draft a D, and I think one for a free agency, maybe a couple of D. Free agency has been the kind of Achilles heel for him. It hasn't been really great. Drafting, I'm with Mikey. I disagree with that. And I disagree with a lot of Bills Mafia. Like, here's the thing, Joey, and I keep telling people this, man. First of all, no GM is perfect. No GM hits every draft. I promise you. The same thing you're saying here, the same thing a Chicago Bear fan is saying, a Philadelphia fan, a Chiefs fan. Like, they all pass on a certain guy that they're going, oh, man, if we only drafted that guy. Trust me, every fan base says that, right? But every fan base, and that's what I'm saying to you guys also don't look at the good picks. You only kind of, and that's not how you should go by things. You should also go, okay, Josh Allen for one, right? Number
Jermaine
one. Edmonds, James Cook, right?
Brown.
Spencer Brown, right? Who else?
Bernard, Groot,
Bernard,
Ed Oliver,
Benford.
Benford.
I'm sure I'm missing more. Yeah, Osiris Torrance, I still feel like has a very good upside to him.
Singletary, Knox.
Yeah. I mean, say what you want about Gabe Davis, 4th round pick.
Yeah.
He came up big. Yeah. Dawson Knox is even not bad for a 3rd round. So none of these are bust. Did we have
some?
None
Are superstars outside of Josh.
James Cook. I'll put James Cook on that level too right now.
James Cook.
He's had two really good seasons.
Led the NFL in fumbles. Cut down the fumbles. I'll call you a superstar.
He needs to clean that up. I get that. So he's borderline. Let's say he's inching up there. But either way,
on the cusp of being that X factor.
Exactly. So look, has he missed on some? Yes. Cody Ford, right? Kyer Elam, Boogie Basham. We get it. We're with you on that. We're not denying that, but he's done a lot of good things. So he does need to look in the mirror. He needs to be better. He needs to be more aggressive. These are all things I agree with. But I don't think he's been as bad as a lot of people are saying. I just don't agree with that.
Quick question. Since the MVP award winners are picked the same week as the Super Bowl, do you think playoff success should be talked about in the MVP Imagine if one that. Yeah, I do. I absolutely think the MVP should, they should include postseason play as part of the MVP conversation. They don't, but they should.
Yeah. Right, because they're giving a Super Bowl MVP, so maybe they consider that because they don't have a
But
playoff MVP.
it's not a playoff MVP. Yeah,
but isn't it a regular season MVP award?
It just says NFL,
or they just say MVP.
It just says NFL
Then they
MVP.
They probably should
baseball
retool
has
that.
a NL MVP or AL MVP. They have a
They do.
postseason MVP, and then they have a World Series MVP.
Okay,
So they have one at every step. The NFL
then maybe
only
they should do that.
has Super Bowl and NFL.
Then maybe they should correct that, but it's tough because playoff MVP, then you got Super Bowl. Super Bowl MVP, I guess, is a game trophy. I mean, I guess they could do playoff MVP. I mean, why not
Or
for the
just
player
include-
that did the
or just
best,
include
right? And just
you know,
include it.
And if your guy's in there,
You know why they don't? I'll tell you why. Maybe because maybe a player plays good, not great in the regular season, and then has a really, let's say they're a wild card team. He only played a couple, through 3 games or whatever, has a great postseason, and then the last thing they remember. You know how they always say the last thing you remember is what you saw last, and maybe these guys shine so much that they're forgetting about, a Derrick Henry or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, so maybe that's
someone
why
who
they
didn't
don't
make it or got
That's
bounced
what I'm
out
saying.
early,
Or got
or
bounced
whatever
early.
it is. Yeah.
Right, who had an unbelievable regular. So, for a couple games compared to, so I don't know. I think they do it right. They just maybe need to label it regular season MVP or something like that.
Right now, they can only package out 3 years of picks. So I think that's what they're looking for. Max Crosby also came out and he said that he didn't request a trade. So I think it's Myles Garrett 2.0. I am not getting pulled into that shit again. At all. Ain't happening.
And that's the second time he said that, by the way.
Mhm.
Because this happened last year. And he came out and said it, and he came out and said it this year. So, and then he got paid. So I'm with Mikey. I don't. Him, Jefferson, like some of these are like pipe dreams, guys. Like I'm trying to stick with the more realistic moves we can make. Oh, and real quick on the Joey Hatch comment about Waddle. So it came out that actually that was on the Miami Dolphins, not on Brandon Beane. Brandon Beane gave him an offer. They never countered. He said it, right? Brandon Beane said, look, they never countered back, or else we would have been talking, right? So he gave him an offer of a first round. It probably was the 2027, but they never called. They never countered. So he wasn't going to call back and go, hey, you know what? Never mind. That's business. That's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
You call, you give them an offer. If they're serious, they counter back. And he basically said, to me, they weren't serious then, right? If your team doesn't counter back, they're not serious about the trade, right? They heard calls about it. You think Buffalo's the only person that called about Jalen Waddle? I promise you, they got calls. They were just feeling out. They call it like a feeler. It's like, all right, let's see if it's so crazy, we'll do it. You know what I mean? So
like what they did for Tyreek. It was so stupid the Chiefs couldn't say no.
Exactly. So the fact that Miami didn't counter, Brandon Beane felt like they weren't serious, and they weren't. They didn't trade Waddle. So at the end of the day, that's what happened. So now that I heard that, I don't blame Beane like I did before, because I thought they said, oh, hey, well, give us 2026, and Beane was like, oh, fuck you. That's not what happened. So
yeah.
I was wrong about that.
What? The reports were wrong? No.
Right.
Sylvester comes in and asks, Tommy Mikey, I think with the coaching staff is great, but since it's a young coaching staff and a tough schedule, do you think we fall back and be in the hunt for a bit? I don't, because it's yes, our key leaders are young, but we brought in veterans around them who have experience that can help guide them. I don't expect the Bills to fall back at all. I actually expect us to be right where we have been. I think we're gonna be fighting for the division and one of the top seeds like we do every year.
Yep. Oh, real
is
quick,
my
too,
expectation.
Back to that too. That was an assistant GM for Miami, who's now gone, and we're gonna get into Miami in a second. New GM. Guess what's happening in Miami right now, folks? They're cleaning fucking house.
Yeah.
So
Bradley Chubb gone, Tyreek gone.
4 guys. 4 of them today that got released from Miami. So that tells me more than likely, or maybe there is possibility that the Waddle is back to being a candidate for a trade. Like he's back on that board. So don't be shocked if the Bills do wind up calling the new GM and making that same deal possibly for 2020. I'm just saying, and that could go through. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, they talked about it, but really it's all of them that went out there. Like Darnold did get the $178,000 bonus for the Super Bowl, but he got charged $249 in taxes because he was in the California for like the 2 weeks, and that happens every year. No one talks about it, but that's why they don't like it being California. And guess what? Next year it's in California again. It's so fine.
Where are they playing? Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, they'll never be in Buffalo. It sucks, but there's just not enough accommodation for fans. It's not really about
we don't have the infrastructure. We'll probably get a draft.
Correct. Yeah, a draft I can see, but not even that would be.
The thing is with Buffalo,
downtown. Mikey,
they'll do it downtown.
They don't. Well, you're right. They could do that. I wasn't thinking about that. They could do that downtown.
They
do
it at the Key Arena.
But the Super Bowl, it's nearly impossible. They just don't have enough hotels. I've been there, so
they did it at a couple other places that said the teams that can't get. They talked about it. The teams that can't get the Super Bowl, they'll do a draft there. So I imagine Buffalo will be getting a draft in the coming years and they'll probably do it downtown at the Key Arena where they do have the infrastructure for that type of stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Orchard Park is when I'm not Buffalo, but the residents there too are very they're very picky.
But they
don't
also
want much going on.
They don't have the infrastructure for that,
No, they don't. But they got to get votes. Right, people got it. Like the city has to vote on it, or
Well, I'm just saying they don't have the hotels by themselves.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have the hotel. Like there's a lot. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot. Mind you, they could build hotel right across the street from where the stadium is, but they're not going to have that happen. It just won't happen. They have to get that improved. It just won't happen.
Because that's being there to talk about his training staff and removed Mikey. Yeah, removed me out of it. Already making excuses to be lazy. That's how far behind we are. This is from earlier when you were.
Oh shit! We'll catch up, guys. We'll catch up.
Yeah. Do you? Why I'm going through here and trying to get us caught up? Do we want to start our grades, or do you have other things you want to talk about?
No. The grades. The only other thing tonight that I had, and it's small things. That's what she said. 4 Buffalo Bills winners with Jim Leonard. Right, as defense coordinator, that'll be really quick, and we'll do that last pretty much. And then I got some important dates that Bills Mafia should know, which is just simple stuff like the draft and all that stuff, right? First day of the franchise, so all that stuff we'll go through at the end. But everything else is about the grades, the report card. Oh no, I take that back. I got the 2026 NFL free agency top 100. Players available. We can skim through it, Mikey, but it is interesting and potential fits. So we can go down the list. We don't have to read every single thing, but you can go and go, hey, stop there. I like this guy. You know what I mean? So I think it's interesting to see the top 100, how they feel on that. If you want to get to that first or you want to get that in the middle, that's up to you. That's by Fox Sports, by the way.
Let's start with the grades because that's what
report card.
The report card tonight because that's where we had started.
So let's get with the chat first a little bit. We'll get somewhat caught up and then we'll get to the report card. There is a poll going. Sorry to cut you off. There is a poll going on right now, and I will change the poll as we continue on. But right now, the first poll that's up, Mikey, is Buffalo Bills 2025 team report card. Which unit gets the best grade? And I guess I'll ask you now. So it's coaching, I have, offense, defense, or special teams. Right now, offense leads at 43%. Do you want to know what is in second place, Mikey?
Coaching
at 26%. Defense at 22%. Special teams, 9%. So that is 23 votes right now.
I'll be honest. I would go offense, special teams, coaching, defense.
Offense, special teams, coaching, and defense. Okay.
That's the rank I would put it in.
Okay.
Special teams was good this year.
They
for as bad as they were hurt, they were actually good this year. We had an all-pro returner.
I thought they started off a little rough a little bit, and then they cleaned it up and down towards maybe the middle, they started to really turn it on there, and they found the right returner, which was obviously, I wonder what happens with him, by the way, if Ray Davis returns kicks next year, if they continue that role. I have a feeling they won't. I don't think they will. I have a feeling they won't. I don't know why. I'm just guessing they won't, but we'll see.
Dude, he was an all pro.
I get it, but this new special teams coach may want speed there. He's not the fastest guy in the world. We'll see. It's just going to be interesting to see. But I'm with you.
Okay. I mean, we'll
find out.
I expected them to start off slow with the new coach. But I thought the coach was great. Like, I was sad to watch him go because I really liked Torber. I thought he was an awesome special teams coach.
It does suck that he left. Yeah, we're getting a decent one. I don't mind the guy that's coming back, but you're right. Torber did, he went to Miami of all places. Ugh. Yeah.
We had a guy who used to be a head coach to back up Joe Brady. Yeah.
We do have money, Joey, by the way. We're going to have, I'm sorry, I take that back. We're going to have, so we already did this breakdown, but the Bills, when they do the restructuring of Josh Allen, I think that's like 12 point something right away, but more than likely they're going to have anywhere from 40 to 64. That's the range I see, minimum 40 up to 64, potentially 66, something like that. But they're going to have enough money to make moves. They're not going to be that broke where they're signing, they're bargain bin shopping again. Like, I just don't see that happening. And they're going to be some surprise cuts too. I do believe that as well.
Cato, you are on crack if you don't think Edmund was a hit. The dude got $18 million a year.
And he played really good with the Bears too. So he was really good here. And he left and he was super young. He's a very good player. I wouldn't say he's great, but he's up there. He's very good. I would take him back right now.
So would I. Our defense got worse over the middle once Edmund left.
I don't think he was bad in Chicago at all, Cato.
We are watching it completely different, brother.
Yeah.
Wow. Russo's not top 5. He's getting top 5. He's not getting top 5 money.
No, he's not.
Not even close. He's not even getting top 15 money.
Correct.
Oh, he's not top 5, and he's not getting top 5 money.
Not anymore. He redid his deal, Joey, on that. So
yeah. No.
Took a pay cut.
Yeah. Wrong there, Joey. But that's how the narrative is they're being paid top 5 money. They're not at all.
Nope.
So is it certified backup? Wow.
It's gonna happen. I told you, not everybody's pleased with certain guys here. I get it. It is what it is. But can I?
You know what? Oh, hold on.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Mike. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's talk about this. Pro Bowlers.
Mm-hmm.
You know who was a Pro Bowler this year? Sanders. Mac Jones was a Pro Bowler. Don't give me this bullshit about 3 Pro Bowlers.
Correct.
Pro Bowlers don't mean shit.
It means nothing. It means nothing.
No.
Yeah. Yep. I'm with you. I like I said though, like when it comes to also that's what my point, Joey, was. You got to remember too, man. Player development is huge, right? When these players get drafted, if coaching staff and it can't develop players, that's huge. Also, scheme is everything as well. So we'll find out soon with Jim Leonard, this new defensive scheme, if players like Gregory Rousseau, who's going to be put in different positions, moved around a little bit more, if he thrives under a new coaching staff, a new philosophy, a new scheme. So I also put a little bit of blame towards our coaching staff with that. We've seen it. Matter of fact, we've seen it when Bobby Johnson was here. When he left and we brought in a competent offensive line coach in Aaron Cromer, who quickly corrected the offensive line, fixed it in a year, and had our unit as a top 5 offensive line when it was shitty for 3 years under Bobby Johnson. So I'm telling you, that matters. It makes a huge difference. So I expect players to even be at a higher level with this new defensive scheme under Jim Leonard. So I feel like players like Groot, who's still very young, you're going to see that. It's guys like Cole Bishop, who's already trending up. We forgot about Cole Bishop, by the way, in the draft.
Yeah,
right? So just
Deion Walker.
Deion Walker. Yeah, right. So
Joey comes in and says, "You guys are talking like Coleman, or take a player like Coleman when you could have McConkey." Well, if you're going to say that, every team in the NFL sucks
Correct.
him because they all passed on McConkey
right.
until
Right.
one didn't. You said the same thing about DK Metcalf.
Right.
Every team passed on him.
Every team.
Like,
what about Puka Nacua, who went to
Yeah.
the 6th round?
5th round.
Who's 5th round? Sorry, who's one of the best receivers in the game, if not
No.
the best. Right, so right? Everybody's an idiot. By the way, the Rams passed on him 4 rounds into the 5th, right? And then they're like, I guess we'll take him. Like, it happens, guys. Like, it's not. You never know. And by the way, there's guys that get drafted in the top 5 who are bust every single year. It happens almost every year. These guys don't work out. So it happens. It happens. You can't hit on all of them, bro. You're gonna miss some.
They're talking about building up around the new stadium. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to. That's the part of the problem. Is they looked into that when they were trying to decide where to put the new stadium, and building like the Cowboys did and like New England did, and building like a whole like entertainment place around it. I don't think they're going to be able to do that because they talked about putting it downtown originally. And building the infrastructure for to have it downtown, and they ultimately settled where they settled because they figured they were not going to be able to. So I'll be interested to see what they do. They don't own it. That's also another thing. Pagulas don't own it. The city owns it.
Correct. That's accurate.
Just because Gru is the 14th highest paid doesn't mean you have to be happy being the one that pays them that. I'll hold my regroup, bashing until after I see what he looks like under an attacking style defensive. Because I've watched so many of our defensive line players leave here and go on to attacking style defense and play so much better.
Yeah, and thrive.
I wonder how much of it's Groot and how much it was scheme. So, anyone looking forward to the 2026 UFL season starting next month? It's football.
No, I tried. I swear, Mikey, I did. Like, I love football, but I can't get into it. I want to, believe me, because I love football, but it's tough, Mikey. And Michigan has a team. I just can't get into it, man. Bro, the tickets are like $10, dude. They're super cheap.
Walter, we're not paying him a ton of money. So I don't understand. Like, I don't know why people are thinking because he got 18 AAV. That's not how it's structured, though. He made like $6 million on the cap last year. I think he makes what, like 10 or 11 this year.
Yeah, no, he's not getting as much as you guys make it out to be.
It's they make 30 to 40 now, Spin. Like some of them make 40. Breaking news: workers suspended at the new Micro Stadium graffiti in several locations in both finished and unfinished areas. The stadium project site has caused suspension. Whoa.
Ooh. Work has been suspended.
That's wild.
Oh, graffiti in several locations.
Someone broke in there.
Come on, man.
Buffalo can't have nice things.
Where's the security, though? Don't you that's what I do, Mikey, by the way. On-site security. So you work overnight. So you watch for idiots who climb the fence and want to steal or spray paint. Like, I'm shocked if, and by the way, more than likely they do have security, Mikey. They will be fired.
Absolutely.
How do you like guy people
as they should be?
Right.
How do you let that happen?
I don't know.
It's an inside job. They want people to go back and play with the Ralph one more season.
Sean McDermott. He's sucked back. They're gonna have video of him.
That's horrible, Tommy.
That'd be fucked
we should put that on McDermott. People will take that as like, oh my god, he's breaking news. Sean McDermott.
Every time he finishes, like yeah, I tore that building up. I spray painted that. Fuck that new stadium.
That's hilarious.
Man.
What do you think about
So I guess yeah.
Derek Carr saying he'd unretire if he can play start for a team that has Super Bowl chances?
I heard that. He's trying to pull the whole Joe Flacco thing. Get out of here.
Well, here's the problem.
I know he's not
He wasn't good enough to play for a Super Bowl contending team when he was healthy.
He reminds me of Cousins a little bit. Like, I don't think he's terrible when he played. I thought he was okay. But the thing is, people get like, he'll have some games where it's like, oh, like Derek Carr, okay, whoa, hey, and then he'll just do the Cousins thing, where, you know what I mean? Where he doesn't show up. So that was Derek Carr's career. Like, so, and then he would get paid, right? He would move on or get traded, get paid, right? Fool the team again into paying him. Cousins did that throughout his whole career, Mikey. He got paid like that, fooling teams like that. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe a team takes a flyer as if they have injuries or something down the road, but I wouldn't want that guy.
You get Tommy at the new Highmark Stadium as security.
Yeah, you better pay me, boy. You better pay me good. Move out to Buffalo, pricey out there, boy. So
out in Orchard Park, it's pricey.
Fuck yeah, bro! You kidding me? It's expensive out there. It's still New York. It's in Orchard Park's nice, Mikey. Decent little area over there.
Walter says, I don't care about league average. I care about his pay relative to the team. Knox isn't the 16th highest paid. No one cares because how much cap he's taking up. And once again, just like he does every year, he'll take a pay cut to be here, or he'll be gone. And
Exactly.
we'll save $10 million.
Yeah. There, like I said, there's a lot that Bean can do right now to clear up cap. He's one of them. So he's either going to get cut
or he's going
to take a pay cut. It's real simple. And I believe he takes the pay cut because I feel like this is home for him. He doesn't want to leave Buffalo. He likes it here. He likes playing with Josh Allen. They're like best friends. And I'm not saying that's going to play the major factor, but for him, I feel like he's made enough money, he probably feels like, in his career so far, where a pay cut's not going to kill him. He already took one. He'll probably take it again. He probably knows his value isn't crazy high around the league anyways. And it's just not worth it to him to get up and move. I was thinking about the other day too, Mikey. Like, if I'm a player and I'm on a team for like, let's say, I don't know, 6 years or something, 5 years or even, and I have a family by then, a wife or some kid. Like, dude, honestly, bro, like, I don't want to get up and go for a little bit more. That's me. You know what I mean? Like, if I could stay there, as long as things are going smooth, there's no crazy. It's not Cleveland where it's a total fucking mess.
You're not buried because it's not like Dawson Knox isn't.
And you're not buried, right? You're not getting the opportunity. Exactly. So for me, yeah, I'll take the pay cut to stay, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, rather than get up my whole family, by then you got your kids are, maybe in middle school. Like, they don't want to lose their friend. Like, you got to think about all this, right? Like, get up and go and start a new life somewhere else. Like, that sucks, being an athlete, moving around over. Now, if
and
you're
are
single,
you
Mikey,
going to make the same amount you were making? Like, does Dawson Knox make $9 million on the open market?
Right. That's what I mean. It's he don't know. Like, more than likely, he's not. The money's not going to be high for him, right? Knowing the history of the injuries a little bit, and what he's done throughout his career. He's okay. He's good, but he's not great. I want to consider him what would you consider him? Top 10, top 15, top 20? Where's he at?
What in the
Where's
NFL?
Dawson Knox laying in the tight ends? Just tight ends.
And like tight ends in the NFL, like altogether?
In the NFL. Yeah, in the NFL.
Probably top 20.
Top 20?
I'd say top 20.
Where do you think Kincaid lands?
When healthy?
When healthy,
Kincaid. Top 10.
Top 10? I'm with you. So I think Kincaid, when healthy, top 10. I would say Knox, top 20 is fair, because there's not that many great tight ends. I mean, I have to go over the list, but I don't recall. We could even be doing him a disservice, actually, Because I don't.
It
How
might
many
be.
great tight ends are there right now?
There's not.
I'm just thinking there's not a lot, right? Maybe we're wrong on that. Maybe he's top 15.
And if he was used as more of a weapon, like he was previous to Kincaid getting here, like he was headed up when we drafted Kincaid. He came off his best season.
Yeah.
Cato said Buffalo rent is $1,200 on average. That's not expensive.
Yeah. No, that's
like-
Buffalo. Mike,
Orchard Park.
that's not Orchard Park. Buffalo's
Well,
Buffalo.
is that average?
It's kind of like where I live.
Orchard Park
it's middle.
is on the bird.
Saying, yeah, it's I went. So when I went to the game there, Mikey, it's a lot of big home, like, you know, I'm not saying mansions, but bigger homes with a lot of property, right?
Okay.
And like, you know, they don't have a lot of gas stations. Like, they're very kind of country. It's a little kind of a country area, at least how I saw it. Yeah, and like Buffalo's in the city, a little bit different. You know what I mean? I would say it's middle to low class, but I haven't really totally. Yeah,
we pay like $25 for rent.
I pay $825, and I'm in.
No, we pay $2,500. It goes between,
I know.
It goes between 19 and 2,500 in California.
Bro, New York though, Mikey, down like New York City. Whew,
oh God,
bro, it's fuck, dude. I've watched videos of people renting like a shitty ass like hole in the wall studio.
6x6.
Bro, it's like 2,000, like 2,500 for the, I mean, a shithole, bro. They're talking about rats in the buildings and shit. I'm like, bro, you can't park your car anywhere. It's like, what the fuck, dude? I'm good with that.
Yeah. But I'm not trying to live in the city either. If I move
I
out
would
LA.
not, dude. You better give me a great fucking job. Have you looked at like there?
New York's
great,
3,000
dude.
plus a month. Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
good.
that, dude. Right.
No thanks. You know.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, we caught up in the chat, so let's hit,
All
let's
right,
hit
cool,
the
cool.
report card.
Yeah. Let's do that. I love you guys, man. Talking to you guys, always fun, man. All right.
It always takes us to a new spot too.
It does. All right, is this the one first? Let me see here, because there's two of them, Mikey. Hold on.
So while you're pulling that up, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Would you cut Ty Johnson to save $2.5 million?
Boy,
Is he
like
worth?
Ty.
Is he worth $2.5 million?
Right, I like him, but they didn't use him like they used him in 2024. Like, I thought Ty Johnson was great in 2024. Like, when we re-signed him, Mikey, I'm like, damn, dude, that's a great signing, right? That guy was like running and catching out the backfield, and he made some unbelievable catches. But last year, Mikey, they didn't use him really at all. And honestly, if that's how the same is going to be played out in 2026, no, you don't re-sign him. It's not worth it.
Cut him.
You cut him.
Save $2.5 million.
Save
Bring
it.
up Frank or draft somebody.
Yes. Matter of fact, I drafted late, day 3, get a bruiser, get a bigger back for your, north to south, short yardage, and that's it. Nobody will complain about that. Nobody will say shit. Now, if Brady feels like he still can do something with Ty Johnson and actually use him in the offense, then fine. 2.5 is nothing. You know what I mean? Like, keep him. Who gives a fuck? But if you have no plans for him, you got to get rid of him.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Cato. Like, saving $2.5 million on a RB3 just doesn't seem prudent.
Especially if he's not being used. Now, tell me this though: if he's the 2024 version, that's yes, of course. Nobody complained when we signed him last year, right?
Yeah, no, because he was used and he was well. He didn't run the same this year than he did last year. He
didn't catch the ball at the
player.
backfield either. Same. Yeah. He was not the same. Now, was that because of the system or is that because of the player? I almost want to feel like that's the system, because even James Cook really wasn't that involved with the passing either, like he was in 2024.
But I'm just saying the running game, wasn't.
It wasn't as electric. Yeah, you're right. He didn't have enough like bigger pop plays that he did the year before. I'm with you there.
So it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do with Ty.
Mm-hmm. They'll probably let him. I think they'll cut him. I just.
So
before we
get off tonight, because they're getting ready, we're going to go through some cut candidates, and we're going to play the game cut or keep.
That's fine. Yeah. I think I have a list here of some.
Okay. Awesome.
players, anyways.
Yeah,
Okay.
so let's do that. Let's go through our lovely report card.
All right. So guys, just a heads up, this is we're kind of going off ChatGPT, but we're going to use our own report card. We're just kind of going with how they're doing it. It's a little bit easier for us to go down the line. Okay, so 2025, Mikey, the Bills finished 12-5, second AFC. Wildcard win, lost in divisional. They were fourth in points scored. Now, here we go. Coaching and staff report card. Head coach Sean McDermott, they gave a B-. What would you give Sean McDermott?
Sean McDermott?
Yes.
I actually thought this was one of his better coaching jobs ever here. I thought this was as good of a coaching job as he did in year one when he when he broke the streak. So I'd probably give him an A-.
Oh, that's way too high.
I'd give him a B+. I'd give him a B+ to A-. I thought he.
Well, you got to pick one.
He coached really well.
Got to pick one, brother. Can't be. The teachers
Okay,
don't
I'm
put both.
I'm gonna give him a B+.
There you go. All right, I'm gonna give him a B. I don't think it's a B-. I don't think it's a B+. A B, which is a passing grade, by the way. Right? I would have loved a B in high school. So I'm with you. I think a B. I still think he had areas where he didn't improve. But overall, I thought he did a good job this year for the most part. Offensive coordinator Joe Brady. All right, they gave him a B.
I'd give him a B+.
A B+. Wow. Okay. See, it's where I disagree. I'll give him a B-. Why do you give him a B+?
I thought, honestly, I thought the run game was elite this year. We led into it more.
It was. Yep.
I also think he was lacking in his skill players, and they still found a way to be successful and be a top 3 offense this year, even with lesser players. This was the worst team that's been built around Josh since his rookie year. So
okay,
I thought the coaching job was actually better this year than it was last year.
Okay. I disagree. So I'll go on Brady. Would you give him a B+, you said?
Yep.
Okay. I'll go B- on this.
Okay.
I didn't think I didn't listen. The receiver room wasn't the greatest. We all get that. We all agree with that. Whatever. However, I still felt like it wasn't as bad as it shown on the field, Mikey. Like, I felt like there was things he could have done better for the players he had in that room. And he didn't really utilize their strengths. And that was the failure for me. Because, we had speed. He didn't use it, right? We had Coleman, who should have been put in different situations to maybe make him, better on the field, or at least give him better opportunities to be successful. He didn't. Palmer, what was he here for? Once again, a player that really, really didn't get going. So there was a lot I felt like in the receiving room that he failed at. And of course, some of it's on the players too, but I just felt like he didn't scheme up the receivers well enough to be successful. So that's why I'm going to give him a B-.
What?
And the reason why I'm giving a B- too is, and what helped is obviously the rushing. The running attack was great. I am curious how that goes next year, though, or
now
this coming up season, now that Cromer's gone, because Cromer was a vital part of that. So very curious how that run game continues, if it continues to be
Rob
the best
Boris. Yep, Rob Boris is now the run game coordinator. He's been here for a long time. They brought in. I think it's going to be okay. Also, Pete Carmichael's now in town, and I'm most excited about Pete Carmichael because of his ability to scheme. Those issues that you had with Joe Brady, Pete Carmichael is the opposite of that. He doesn't call plays, but man, he schemes his butt off. So I'm excited about that them bringing in Pete Carmichael to scheme and letting Joe Brady call the plays off the schemes that Pete puts in place.
Okay. Next up, Mikey, is defensive coordinator Bobby Babich. They're giving him a C+. What would you give Bobby Babich?
I think C+ is nice.
That is kind of nice. I mean, he got his duties taken away from him a couple of times. So, are you keeping
Like,
on C plus? You like it?
No.
What would you give him? No.
I'm gonna say C minus, and that's being nice because I don't know if it's all Bobby Babbitt's fault. I think part of it's Sean McDermott's scheme, and that's just an issue across the board.
Okay. I'm gonna agree with you because I thought the defense came on at the end. However, who was running the defense at that time, right? And that's where the whole Bobby Babbitt, Sean McDermott thing gets a little confusing, Mikey, because at times you're like, oh, McDermott isn't holding the sheet anymore. Well, McDermott's holding the sheet now. He must be well, that game was great. So was he calling the plays? We had no idea, right, anymore. We had no idea towards the end of the season. So I'll give him a C minus because I felt like the defense did step up at the end there. I thought they played pretty well down the stretch, but I like to give him higher, but I don't know who was running the defense. So
not only that,
I'll go C minus.
He's a young defensive head coach who has a bright future in this league. He's talked about with high regard within the NFL ranks. Him not and moving on to another organization away from Sean McDermott's style of defense is only going to help him, I think, because he's been with McDermott since the get-go. I don't think that style of defense is going to attract anybody, right now. If McDermott gets a job, he's not getting a job as a defensive coordinator. He's getting a job as a head coach, as a culture builder.
Oh, yeah.
It's not because of his defense prowess, because everyone wants attacking styles, and that's just not who McDermott is.
Okay,
Scott
Mikey.
says offense B minus, defense D minus, coaching staff C, special teams double B.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are putting your your report card. If you guys want to go ahead and put that in, we'll pop it into the on the screen here what you want for each section here.
Chewy said he'll give the new coaching staff choices a solid B.
I'll go even better. I'll go B plus. Now that could change, obviously, but I'm going to say B plus because of the John Fox hire. I think John Fox brings that up to a plus. I would have initially gave it a B probably, but the addition of Fox, I'll go B plus.
I have it as an A.
Woo! Look at Mikey.
The John Fox hire actually pushes it into the A.
Okay.
I like what we did. We also went out and got some position coaches who are college, defensive coordinators who bring different styles with them. Like, I love what we decided to do on the coaching side of the house. Like, I'm really excited.
I do. I'm with you. On the defensive side, especially.
Yeah.
Offense, I'm like, I talked about this.
Pete Carmichael's my big one. I like the Pete Carmichael one. I love the offensive line coach, and we brought back Austin Gunn, who was the assistant offensive line coach. We have two Cromer disciples in house. We brought back the right ones. We got rid of our wide receivers coach and brought in a new one, which I liked.
We did. Yep.
He is upside. Who was Arizona's wide receiver coach, and you saw what he did with Michael Wilson.
He is upside.
And, so I'm excited about that.
I feel, Mikey, that they really felt Bean and Brady and whoever, maybe even Bagula, felt like the defense of all things was the most important thing to get right in the coaching staff, and things needed to be different. And it's not like they hired another defensive coordinator that was old school, same kind of philosophy as McDermott. They went into a totally different direction. So that tells me, they felt like it wasn't a good enough defense while McDermott was here. For them to do a change that. They
said the scheme wasn't good enough.
That's what I mean.
I don't think they even thought the players weren't good enough. I think they thought the scheme was what was limiting this team.
Correct. And they needed to go in a whole other direction. See, I think the offense is kind of almost the same in my opinion, and that's fine. I think it was more of a personnel issue, a little bit of Brady issue, which hopefully Carmichael can get together and fix whatever was going on there. But it wasn't too much on the offense. You get a couple good players here, a true one, maybe another receiver in the draft or free agency. You're good. Our offense was fine, right? We just needed to tweak things up. The defense, that needed a rehaul, and I think that's what it's getting. And I'm with Mikey. It's exciting. I can't wait.
Yeah. Spence says A+ for the new coaching staff. Okay. We need to bring back the midget trainer. I like John Fox with a rookie DC and Carmichael with the new HC calling offensive plays. Yeah, those two were so key to me. John Fox, and not even John Fox with just the DC, because he's not a defensive senior assistant. He's just a senior assistant.
He's a senior assistant, correct.
He will assist in the defensive rooms as well, but he's also going to help Brady with some of the head coaching things.
Correct.
He's had 3 different stops as a head coach. Like there's things that Brady's going to need help with, and that's where John Fox. Like that was such a good hire. And
3 of them, yeah. Sorry, Mikey.
Carmichael, I was going to say Pete Carmichael was also a head coach.
He was
years of offensive coordinators with the head coach calling plays with Sean Payton. So doing this isn't new to him.
Correct. And that I like too, the veteran part of Carmichael with Brady, that will help a little bit. But yeah, John Fox, 3 of them with different teams. 2 of them were teams that he had to rebuild basically from the floor up, and he got to a Super Bowl. So something our whole head coach couldn't do with Josh Allen, right? So just throwing that out there as well. But me, like overall, I would say a B, because I still don't know about Joe Brady. I gotta be honest. I'm not gonna just stop what I'm, thinking or have felt. Like that's not changing my mind about the head coach. The staff is what made me make it feel better that he's, that they went with that and he's building a good team around him. So I'll go B for now. And obviously we'll re-talk about this in, next season or whatever when we give their new report cards out, Mikey. But I'll go B right now with the coaching staff all together. All right, you ready to move on? Strength and conditioning.
There was a question for you. What's your thoughts on the new QB coach?
I don't know much about him. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know much about him. Mikey, you know anything about him? I didn't really look.
He was his history. He's been a QB coach with the Titans, Raiders, and Patriots. None of them really had.
Were his last one, right?
Yeah, I think none of them had real good quarterbacks when he was there. So I don't know that much about him.
I don't know either. Cam Ward was a rookie. I like Cam. I felt he did okay with him. But he was only there 1 year with Cam. Yeah, only 1 year because Cam was a rookie. So I don't know. Mikey's. I just don't know too much about him. We'll see. But you know what though? To be honest with you, Mikey, quarterback coach right now is not that. Look, Josh is a pro. He's a veteran. He's he doesn't. It'd be nice to have a guy like obviously like it'd be cool to have a Phillip Rivers on the side, right? Someone that has that experience. Even a Ken Dorsey would be great to have back there, right? Just a guy that really knows the position well, but I don't think like it's a major important position, coaching position. So
did it surprise you that they didn't bring back Ronald Curry?
I guess a little. No, not really. I think they were moving on from a lot of these guys. Now they did bring back some guys.
He was a Joe Brady hire as the offensive coordinator. Like he's a Pete Carmichael guy. Pete Carmichael's the one who brought him in to the Saints, and
I don't know.
Did it surprise you that? I wonder if it was Curry's decision to leave.
Maybe
he wants to be an OC at some point.
I think I know they brought like the running back coach, if I'm not
Skipper
mistaken,
and the Titans coach.
Right. So some guys return.
Yeah.
All right. Strength and conditioning, they gave a B+. What do you think?
No.
Right. We just went through this, but
I would say C at best.
Yeah. I'll say C, and I'm being nice. We already went through this, so we won't sit here again. Team travel logistics F-.
Yep.
Worse than NFL per player.
And it has been.
Yikes.
Since McDermott got here. McDermott was not great with that.
Now this is an interesting one. Ownership. Pagula. They gave it a B. What do you give Pagula?
Honestly, people aren't going to like it. I give Pagula an A. Say what you want about Pagula. He writes the checks and gives them everything that they need to be successful.
I'm Prison Mike.
It's the only thing you can ask for from an owner. I know Badass thinks he sucks as an owner.
Yeah, Badass is not going to like you after this.
He
He is. Like every single YouTube stream we do, he's usually first. Usually I'm surprised he wasn't today. But the first thing he ever says is
Chewy says Pagula
Pagula
gets a C+.
sucks.
So answer me this. What makes
Yeah.
Pagula get a C+? What hasn't he given Bean and McDermott that they needed in order to get the wins from an ownership standpoint?
It says players rate ownership as monetarily supportive. I'm gonna go with me, Mikey. This is tough, man. You know why I think it's tough? Because he should have fired McDermott.
Wide receiver? That's not
earlier.
Pagula is willing to sign the checks. That's a front office
that-
and head coach thing. That's not an owner thing. The
he
owner
wasn't
didn't say
even-
no, we're not going to go get wide receivers.
Right. He was in this yacht. He's not. You got to remember, guys. He's business. He's not really. He leaves it into the hands of the GM and the coach to do their job. And for me, Mikey, you know, this is tough, dude. I'm gonna go B-. I felt like he should have fired Sean earlier. I didn't really necessarily like how he handled himself. So I thought he did okay in the press conference at times, but at times he came off a real like arrogant asshole.
He's a billionaire. What do you expect? They
I
all
know
do.
that's what I said. You know, like I did say that. Like most owners are gonna come off smug, billionaire. Like I get that, but either way, we said it. What last show we did? Probably should have just came out with something written, blah 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 blah, and left. You know what I mean? Didn't answer no questions and left. But he didn't do that. I didn't like he interrupted Bean.
So you're knocking down grades because you didn't like his press conference?
No, I'm giving you other I'm throwing things out there because it's for the 2025 season. This isn't as a whole. So I'm just saying, like,
okay,
you're
so
counting.
this is just the 2025 season thing. Okay,
yeah. So
then
we're grading-
I would give him, you know, a B for the 2025 season alone.
So you're agreeing with what they said. Okay. So
Yeah.
For me, I'll go B-.
I thought
Which I said.
you know, for him overall, I think he's been a fantastic owner for the Bills. Like he's given them everything they could have ever wanted.
Yeah, and he got the stadium deal done, regardless if you guys like it or not, with the whole, you know,
And he put his money where his mouth was.
and he did pay a lot of it too.
He built out all the things so the players can be didn't have to go out and pay for it themselves. And I was like the massage room and the steam rooms and the saunas and the cold tubs and like as a state-of-the-art training center for them. Like
For me, badass, I'll be honest with you, with ownership for the most part, I kind of like when they're absent as long as they hire the right guys, right? Like most of these guys don't know what they're football. They don't know sports, right? Like I talk about my Pistons and Tom Gores, who bought the team strictly to make profit, right? And that's fine. That's what these guys do for the most part. They're not in it like because they just love the team. They love the city so much. Like they're just going to spend all the, like, no, this is a business. They want to get paid. They want to recoup, right? And they want to make money. Tom Gores came in for the Pistons. He didn't know what the fuck he was doing. We didn't have a GM for like 3 years, Mikey. No joke. We had like some guy filling in. I forget what it was called. Like just some guy telling him what to do. Finally, Mikey, he hires a good GM, a good coach. Bro, you never see that guy. And the Pistons are the best team in the league right now, right? Like, that's what I'm talking about. I want nothing to do with the owner. Just get the right guys in charge. That's it. The only time the owner should be present is if shit is going sideways, right? Now, make yourself seen and fire motherfuckers. That's it. That's all I care about. Just hire the right guys so you can step away. That's for me, Mikey.
Yeah. And it's why I think he, comes in, writes the checks, and gets out of the way.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that.
I like it. Yeah.
I think he's gonna be out of the way even more
in.
now
Yeah.
that he made Brandon Bean the president of football operations.
Correct.
He's gonna have even less to do with it, which I'm more excited about.
Yeah. My thing is just don't not step in, Mikey, when things are going sideways. That's my only. That would be my only knock on an owner. Like
you want to knock him for not firing McDermott earlier. I'm with you on that.
Yes, but
a
little late.
Honestly, they fired him after his best coaching season. That was just odd to me. Like now you decide any of the 4 seasons before that you could have canned him and I would have got behind it. This one was an odd timing.
It was odd timing, and it was more like almost felt like he did it like because he felt he went in that locker room and just like it just had like a fuck him. I'm gonna fire his asses. players are upset. I got to fire him. Like, just weird. You know what I mean? Like, what about all the other times players are upset when we got bounced out, bro? Like, come on, man.
I think he just got fed up as well, getting bounced, and
He probably did.
He looked around and said, "This team isn't going any farther with McDermott."
Which is what we've been
he finally
saying.
hit what we've been saying for the last multiple years. How long are you gonna just keep going in the same circle, and waste Josh's prime?
Rinse and repeat until you can't do it no more, right?
Edward, we don't know that much about it. We just got told about it,
half an hour ago.
Yeah, half hour ago. So I don't know much. Spins talking about how they probably need to clean it up and possible police report.
Who would do, like, what scumbag? Like, I don't get people. It is what it is, man. But very curious what it says. If it's like, who knows? But I'm sure they'll have pictures. They'll post it up. But I hope they get caught. And I'm assuming there's probably cameras everywhere in that building. So
yeah,
we'll find out.
Sandra dropped it in here for us when she heard about it. So
yeah, a while ago. Yeah,
just dumb.
Just dumb. It makes no sense. Just
ruining
ruining it for everybody.
Not only that, but like that company, whoever was on duty is getting canned. That's for damn sure.
Oh, dude, and there's more than one on duty though. There's not, bro. That stadium's huge. Like, I work at, like, where I cover is an apartment building, Mikey. Bro, that's like next to, like, there's not a lot of room. Like, I can see everything pretty much. A fucking stadium is huge. Like, you would think there's multiple security guys going around. You know what I mean? Like, what do you're missing the guy spraying shit. I mean, come on, man. Brutal. All right, you ready to continue?
Yeah.
Let's continue. All right, team and travel, they gave it an F. We already said that. Ownership, B. We already said that. Overall coaches and staff, they gave it a B-. Would you agree with that?
The overall coaching staff?
Yeah, overall coaches and staff.
That seems about right.
Seems about right? Okay.
That seems about right.
Okay. All right. So now I got the other one pulled up. Let me get rid of this. Screen real quick. All right.
Yeah, bored punk ass kids. I mean,
that's all it is. Yeah. Who knows? All right, here we go with the report card of the players, Mikey. All right, let's see how you feel about these report cards now. ChatGPT gives Josh Allen an A-.
Badass is like, hey, I know I say things about Pagula, but I swear to God, it wasn't me in there.
Now, if it says Pagula sucks as ass as an owner, we're gonna have another talk, man.
Josh Allen A-.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think he got a B+. I think this was one of Josh's worst seasons.
Okay.
I thought Josh held on to the ball too long at times, which led to some sacks. I thought he got frustrated at times, which led to some chances that he had cleaned up from the previous year. I think this was a B+ season from Josh. And he still finished third in the MVP vote.
He did. He got 2 votes. I'm going to go A. He didn't get a lot of help from his receivers or Joe Brady in the receiving department. The one knock I would have with him is he was trying to do a little bit too much at parts of this ball. Got careless with the ball. Exactly. A little bit careless, doing things that he was doing in 2019. You know what I mean? Like, where, he's trying to make something happen out of nothing. And we like that, but he got careless. He got a little bit too careless. So I'll still say
in
A.
the Denver game where he ended up giving up 3 points because he got careless with the ball. Should he have been in that situation? No. But because he still needs to.
Right. You should never hold the ball out with your fucking hand like that. I mean,
and for those that like to say that Tommy and I never criticized Josh, I just gave him a B+.
Yeah, and I'm nice. I still gave him an A. I still think Allen carries this team every single fucking year on his back.
You want what's wild? He had a poor Denver game, and we still had a chance to win that thing.
I know. We still scored 30 points. I mean, come on, man.
He did keep us in games. He did come back. I do think part of the issue also was they put the governor on him for most of the year until they had to pull it off of him late in games, and that was part of some of the issues.
Yeah. I'm with him. That's what I'm saying. I think he carried us for the most part.
How about them Finns?
Yeah, dude.
So someone asked before you move on. Someone asked, What would your take be if Tyreek signed with Buffalo?
I wouldn't like it. I think he's a great player. Don't get me wrong, but he's coming back from a really bad injury, Mikey. He's also turning. He's getting up there in age. I think he's turning 31 or 30, something like that. And he has a lot of problems off field, like a ton. And not only that, I think he said something like "fuck Buffalo." He hates Buffalo. It wouldn't go too good.
31. He's 31.
31. Okay, yeah. So for me, I don't feel like I don't even think he would want to be here if his feelings are true, and he said he hates the city, hates everything about Buffalo, so hates the cold, so he wouldn't fit here at all. He just would not, and I don't think he would even take the phone call. Right? I think he goes back to Kansas City, if anything, or New England. I think New England would give him an opportunity because they've done that in the past with guys like that. Antonio Brown is a prime example. I think the Chiefs will welcome him back. I think Andy Reid would know how to, work with him still, and they would be okay with the off-field stuff they were before.
I think he ends up with the Chiefs.
That's what I'm saying. Chiefs or Patriots. That would be the two teams I think he would.
I disagree. I don't think it'd be the Patriots. I think it's gonna be the Chiefs, or don't sleep on the Rams. You put him in the you put him outside with Devontae and Puka.
No, that'd be wild.
He's getting one-on-one all day long.
That'd be wild. I think the Chiefs would be the betting. If I had a bet, I think you're right with that. But I still think the Patriots, with all the money they got, could throw something his way that he wouldn't say no either. You know what I mean?
Or do you want to sign a wide receiver 5? I don't want him there at all. Coming off a major knee injury.
Yeah, I just that too. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, if we're getting him for a super cheap deal, fine. As a flyer,
yeah. Are you talking about Chubb?
No,
or
I was talking
Hill?
about as a flyer on a super cheap deal.
It'd have to be a killer.
1 year, 1 year, $5 million.
Right, it'd have to be right.
Okay,
and I still don't see him doing that.
I don't see him doing that either. But be here. Yeah. Like Diggs, signed a deal.
Sure. Yeah.
Diggs signed a $20+ million deal coming off of ACL too. So I'm not, I don't see that happening. But that's what it would take for me to be like, okay,
yeah.
Bradley, I can see Bradley Chubb as one of those guys. He played in the Denver 3-4 system, years back. I could see that.
I would absolutely entertain the idea.
I would much prefer Jalen Phillips over him, but I could see
Phillips but he has injury problems too, though, man. He's one of those guys, man. I would be so worried. Not, Chubb has had some injuries too, but I don't know something. He's more durable than Phillips, in my opinion. Phillips is really good when healthy, but man, he's like our Kincaid. It'd be like signing Kincaid, right? Like, I don't know, man. But Chubb will be entertaining depending on the price tag.
So it's 125 season. If we signed him today, we would basically take on his contract, which we wouldn't do.
No, they're not signing anybody right now. I don't think.
Yeah.
No.
We don't have the money to sign him today. We'd have to release a bunch of people to get there. So
I expect some moves, by the way, Mikey, relatively soon.
We have to,
because the free agency starts soon. We'll get to that in a minute too.
We have to be cap compliant by the start of the new league year, which is it's like 6 days from now or whatever it is.
Yeah, so you're gonna start seeing some cuts and some moves being made, some restructures, very soon. You ready for the next one?
Nothing more. See, me and Renaissance Man, we were seeing eye to eye on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Go
all
ahead.
right, so I got A, and you gave him a B+, correct, Alan?
Yep.
Okay. James Cook, they gave him an A.
I would give him an A-, and it's the minus because he led the league in fumbles.
Yep, and I'm 1,000% with you. If not, I'd have given him an A+. I thought he had a phenomenal season outside of the fumbles. And the fumbles, by the way, came at the worst times. The absolutely worst times. So, I got to go A- with that. He has to clean that up. And it wasn't an issue with him previous year. So I don't. You know what, too, though, Mikey? I got to say this. You know why, though? He did get a lot more carries. got more carries. And you know, it happens, bro. You know, you get a little bit tired, get a little winded. Like just saying, you get more carries throughout the season, get a little bit more banged up. You know what I mean? Body starts
I get that.
wore
but
down. So that could be
that fumble.
I know it's no
in
excuse,
the
but
playoffs was just
unacceptable too. I mean, you
unacceptable.
I gotta hold that fucking ball. All right. And by the way, when he tackled him initially, I'm like, all good, right? He's in a like, you know, he's just gonna be a strong tackle, and he fucking fumbled. I'm like, what? All right, here we go. Next one, Dalton Kincaid, B+.
See, I would say B-, and it'd be B+ if he could stay healthy. B- for the injuries.
That's what they're saying. Key pass target despite injury. So you're giving a B-?
I'd give him B- because he was hurt so much.
Yeah, I'm with you. B- because he was our best option when healthy.
When healthy, B+, A- type of production. But he was, with the injuries, I gotta dock him.
I'm with you. Dawkins, B+.
I disagree. I think it is a C+ season for Doc.
Oh, wow. Mikey really throwing a shade on Doc.
Dude, Doc was bad at times this year.
Okay.
Really bad at times this year.
I don't think he was that bad. I thought some games.
Go back and watch some of those games.
I agree. I remember. I'm not saying like I'm with you, but he does that every year. He seems like he has games where he disappears.
Not like this year. He gave up on plays time after time after time.
God, that's brutal.
Josh running around back there and freaking getting sacked because Dawkins stops blocking. Or,
I'm with.
Or grab the wrong guy. Or like, sorry.
I can't do it. I can't. I'm gonna go B- on him.
Okay.
I still think he's the leader on that offensive line.
See, I disagree.
He's the most.
I think it's Spencer Brown.
He's never hurt. Yeah, but he's never hurt, dude. Like Dawkins is reliable as they get, bro.
Yep,
like that's one thing we don't talk about. Like Dawkins is there, game in, game out. That motherfucker. Even when he slices his hand, he's running right back on. So, look, man,
he came in overweight too. So he wasn't as agile this year.
I'll go B- on Dawkins. Okay. I still feel like he's one of the better tackles in the league. But maybe the weight loss that he's talking about doing will help his 2026 season.
Absolutely will help his 2026 season. Sandra, that was one of the games. There was multiple games where he just stopped blocking at times.
Yeah, he lost. He seemed like he just gave up on it, or he lost track of what was going on for some reason.
He wasn't communicating well with Edwards. Maybe it was an Edwards issue, not a Dawkins thing, and I'm docking him on it, where they were letting free runners on the inside. You always take the closest defender, not the outside. So there seemed to be miscommunications between those two this year. Like there was a lot of problems. So maybe I'm docking him unfairly, but that's just how I feel.
Okay. All right. Khalil Shakir, they gave him a B.
Yeah, Spin, I'm with you on that. Kincaid was elite when healthy.
Yeah, but when healthy, and that's the problem. We gotta everything has to go in here when we're given the report card.
Shakir B, that seems solid.
I think that's right. I'm with you on that. I feel like he's still
I think he should have higher, but I think the coaches put his ceiling at a B. They didn't use him well enough for him to get higher than a B.
I'm with you there. Yeah. I just felt like when needed, he still was Josh's the guy that comes up with the bigger plays.
For what they asked him to do, I think he was an A on what they asked him to do, but it was B overall on what the expectations are.
Yep. Okay, Spencer Brown, they gave a B-.
Woo, big Papa Bill. Dawkins C-, needs to lose 30 pounds. Too many false starts, gave up on too many plays. Leading out, sacked 8 times this last season. The false starts are the ones that bother me the most.
Those kill me. Like, come on, bro. You've been in the system a long time.
Love Doc, but that's key. He returned to his form. Shakir B, A+ on screens. He was good on screens and run after the catch stuff.
Yeah, he was excellent on screens. Yeah, our bubble screen guy.
Yeah,
but he's more than that.
Spencer Brown. I actually thought he was closer to a B or a B+ this year. I'll say B for Spencer. I thought he was our best lineman.
I'm gonna go B+.
Outside of the really bad game he had against the Texans, where he was playing with one arm, I thought he was, a B or B plus. Like I thought he was really good this year.
Now ChatGPT must have been smoking crack right here because they gave Curtis Samuel a B minus. So.
F incomplete. I'm gonna give him an I. He's an incomplete.
I mean, I don't know how they can give him a B minus, but
Terrell Bernard got a B. No,
what happened, bro?
Terrell Bernard, I'd give a C minus to. Like
Yeah.
I understand he was limited due to injury, but it was bad.
Yeah. I have no idea. ChatGPT must have been like just not paying attention there, but
Samuel gets an I, incomplete.
Yeah, I'm with you there. He didn't really even play. Bernard, would you give him a C plus?
No, C minus.
C minus.
I'll give him the credit for trying to play through the foot injury.
Yeah,
they should have shut him down. Like it just was a bad year all the way around.
I'm with you. I'll go C minus as well. It was he was dealing with a lot, and then they were making him. I don't know if they were making him, but he was playing through injury, which probably didn't help.
No, it hindered this defense. It was better when he wasn't out there.
Yeah. Christian Benford, they gave a B.
Yeah, no, wrong.
What do you give?
Benford? I would actually give Benford a B plus overall. I thought the beginning of the year he was closer to a D, but after about 5 weeks, he was closer to an A. He was really good after about week 5.
So what do you give him? A B plus?
Really good. I gave him a B plus.
Okay. I thought he started slow to start the season. Thought he was having a little bit of rough start, but he definitely picked it up. I'll go B plus as well. I thought he did really good down the stretch, especially. So AJ Epinesa, they gave a B minus.
C plus.
C plus.
Has 1 or 2 pop games. Outside of that, he was just a guy out there.
Yeah, I'm with you. He had his moments where he did some things on the field that looked like the season before. I'm with you. C plus.
C Spin was with me. Benford gets a C for the first 5-6 weeks, but after that he was A because he was locked down after that. He was so good.
Yeah. Yep. All right, here we go. Next levels. And they're just saying secondary depth. C.
See, I disagree because I thought Trey White gets a B. I thought Trey White was fantastic. I thought Bishop gets an A. I thought Bishop was fantastic. So how are you going to give secondary depth? Those type of grades.
I don't know.
I thought Cam Lewis.
I disagree.
Was a B this year, playing all the different positions. I thought Jordan Poyer came in, and I would give him a B to a B minus. Like I would say, our secondary depth was probably a B minus overall.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Pass rush outside top pair C plus. More pressure needed.
D minus.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, it was bad. Prater, I disagree. They gave a C. I would say B plus, man, for him.
Okay, even if they gave Trey a starter, I thought when Max played, Max was above the C. I thought Max was a B. I thought
they're missing. They're missing players. They're definitely missing more players. Let me add. Hold on.
I would say add all starters. I would say all 53.
Add all starters on the 50. Okay.
Add all starters.
Okay. So Prater, by the way, I would give a B plus because he came in late.
Absolutely.
Hit big kicks.
Actually, I'd give Prater an A minus. He missed a couple small ones, got hurt, but he was clutch.
What about the punter? I forget his fucking name, but the Australian guy.
Now I type in there, give him season.
Yeah, give them.
Season grades.
Yep.
Production grades or something.
I had it pulled up on another one. I must have erased it because I had them all initially. I don't know what happened to it. There's my fault.
There we go.
Yeah.
So keep going down.
What about a punter? What would you give our punter? I give him a
What's
C.
one?
Our last one, the one that last on the team.
C plus. He was fine.
C. Okay.
He was average.
I guess C plus is fine. All right, we already did that. Okay, Reggie Gilliam, B.
I thought Reggie Gilliam should have got an A. Reggie Gilliam was fantastic.
I'm with
went on
you.
the field.
Special teams.
And he was great special teams and as a fullback lead. Like he was fantastic this year.
Dude, when he pushed Josh Allen, he pushed Josh Allen. He made sure that motherfucker was getting over the yards to gain.
He should be re-signed just for his ability to push Allen.
Absolutely. If you're gonna keep that play intact, which I'm sure they will, I'm with you in A.
No one should ever push Allen except for Gillen.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Receivers here. I don't know.
Keon,
Still missing guys.
I would not give Keon a B-. Keon, I would probably give a C to.
Keon Coleman, I give a C. I'm being nice. He had that nice opening game, disappeared for most of the season.
I don't think it was all on Keon, but
there was
some other issues.
Missing.
I'm not giving him a B-.
No, and then he missed time, got suspended a couple games. Like, no. Palmer C+.
I'd give Palmer incomplete. He was hurt
incomplete?
a lot of this year. Very much like Curtis Samuel. I'm giving him an I.
I guess that's fair. I guess I'll go incomplete too, even though I don't
Coleman
see
gets a T for trade.
Kincaid, we already said that. Knox, I don't think we went through Knox. They gave him a B-.
I thought Knox was good.
Okay, I'm with you. I think a solid B.
Minus his touchdown drop at the end that broke Josh's streak.
Yes.
A 40.
Yes. Brutal. Here's
Dawkins,
the offensive
we already
line.
talked about Dawkins.
Edwards gets a B.
I would give him a C+. I thought he was okay.
He's still the weakest. He was the weakest link on the link on the offense.
I'm good with the B. Torrance, I'm good with the B+. Spencer, I had an A. For the most part, I'm good with those.
I'm with you on that. Offensive unit, they give an A-.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you. Defensive line.
D- for
Rousseau.
Palmer.
B+
Papa.
for okay.
Big Papa.
Rousseau B+. Oh, Big Papa. What did he say? I'm sorry.
He said Palmer D-. Badass gives McGovern an A+.
Oh wow, that's very nice of you. What did you give him? I don't recall what you said. What did you say?
I think I said B+ or a B or something like that.
They gave him a B. I think he gets a B+.
Okay, I'm good with that.
All right.
Michael Badgley gets a Z. He owes us money back.
Oh,
yes, he does.
Badgley, he's fucking terrible.
God, he was so bad. Cost us a game. Cost us a game.
Cost us the fucking game. Fuck you, Badgley.
Groot. I would probably give Groot a B. I don't think he had a great season. I don't think he had a bad season. He was just,
He led the
good.
team in sacks.
He was
7,
good.
I believe.
He was good.
Right? Yeah, I'll say B-. I did expect a little bit more this year. I still like him. I still think he's not used correctly.
See, I don't expect anything from him because I didn't trust the scheme. I think he's as good as he can be within the scheme he plays.
Correct. That's why I'm very interested to see him this year coming up. Yeah, this upcoming season. Bosa gets a B in according to them.
Yeah. I think that's a solid one for
fair.
him.
I think that's fair.
He led the league in forced fumbles. I think he disappeared in the playoffs, which is what I was most excited for him. I was disappointed in that. But on the season, I think it'd be, Daquan, I thought Daquan was fine. Yeah.
B is fine. Okay.
Yeah.
I think they're being a little bit mean to Deion Walker with a C+. I'd give him a B.
Absolutely. I'd give Deion Walker a B+. At times he was the best. He's the best pass rusher that we had.
He looked good. He had good moments too, man.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think
after the early season struggles, because he did the first few weeks, once he figured it out, I thought he was good.
Yeah. He's only going to get better too. I'll say B. I'll stick with B for now. Linebackers, Terrell Bernard. Boy, they're really liking Bernard. B+.
I already told you.
Yeah, we already said that. C-. I think you said C- or D. I don't know what you said.
I actually think
Matt
C- Milano was a B+ this year. I thought Milano played well.
I thought he actually, yes, I'm with you. He stayed healthy for the most part. He had a bounce back year. I'll say B+, man. I thought he did pretty well, bro.
And I would give Shaq an A-. I think when healthy, I think he was our best linebacker.
I'm with you. I'll go A- as well. I thought he played great when he was healthy. Secondary, Benford, we already said. Trey White, they gave him a B-.
Before we move on,
Yep,
Big
go
Papa
ahead.
comes in and asks, who should we keep? Let walk, McGovern, Edwards. I keep McGovern, let Edwards walk because good centers are hard to come across. If we keep one, I think we keep McGovern. Problem is, I don't
Correct.
think we keep either one of them. Because I think because really it's not McGovern or Edwards. It's who do you keep, McGovern, Edwards, or Osiris Torrance? And based off of age, I think Torrance is the one that gets the extension.
Yeah, and I think it's going to come down to how they feel about SVP. If they're confident enough that he could take the role over, or even Alec Anderson, who actually took over, which I'm not. I like Alec Anderson, guys. I think I like.
I don't need him as my center. I don't need him as my center.
Either. He's a good filler.
No, not only
he could fill in
that,
any
I
position,
think he
but
could play guard. I don't need.
That's what I mean. He could play any
my
position. Yeah.
center to be calm, and he's not calm.
That's what I mean. You saw it when he did that bad snap in the play. I think it was a playoff game where he had that bad snap. So, look, I don't think they're going to keep either one. I'm with Mikey on that. I think they're going to trust in the SVP, and I think they're going to draft a guard as well. If they do bring back one, maybe Edwards on a cheap deal, but we'll find out.
I'm okay with moving on from Edwards altogether.
I am too. I mean, if he came back like as just a depth guy or just to compete, like if it was reasonable price,
he's gonna get in between 12 and 15 million.
That's what they're saying. That's what his market value is. I get it. That's why I wouldn't. I'm not comfortable, and I think you could find one in the draft. I'll be honest with you, and you got enough players in still right now that can compete and do what he did.
Cole Bishop, A. I'm with Spin on this. I think Cole Bishop was an A. I actually think he was our best defender this year.
What'd you give Trey?
Oh, I said it earlier when we did it. I said B.
Okay, I'm with you, B. Cole Bishop, I would say A.
I would say A too. Taylor Rapp, I would say an F.
He barely played. If you're going to give the other guys an I, you got to give him an I.
They put him on IR because of how bad he was. They didn't want him on
I get it. I get it, but
that's fine. Okay.
I'll give him an I.
When he played, it was an F. We'll give him an I for the
Yeah, you're right. When he played, it was an F, right?
The defensive unit, I would say
they gave it a B.
C+.
I'm with you. C+ is fine. Special teams, they gave Prater a C. We already agreed that was not the case.
It's an A.
Yeah, Wyshkowski. Was that the kicker at the end? I don't even remember.
That was the punter, and I gave him a C+.
Yeah, Reed Ferguson, A-. He's been on the team forever, right?
So
he's good.
He's so good.
Never had a problem.
He's automatic. And
they said C+. I think better than that.
Yeah, I actually think they were a B+. Me too.
Yeah, absolutely. We already went to the coaching grade. Final team report card. Here we go. They gave the offense an A-. What would you give the offense?
I said I thought the offense was an A-.
Oh, that's right. We already went through this. B. All right, and that's it. Are we missing any player?
No, I think we hit all the key players.
All right. So that's it for that. And then we can run through this real quick. The free agency, Mikey, I wanted to get through.
Yeah, because
we're getting on.
And we can play the game if we don't have time tonight.
We can hold the what?
The game. Cut or keep.
Game. Oh yeah. You want to do that? Yeah, because we're running out of time. It's up to you. You want to do that next week on Monday?
When do you think the Bills cut people by then? Because if they do, then we need to do it tonight. They probably will by next Monday.
We can run through it real quick. Let's go through the top candidates. How about that?
Yeah.
Just if you want, because I don't know if I have that pulled up anymore. By the way, the poll right now for the team report card, offense is leading at 51%. It is tied on coaching and defense at 20%. Special teams at 9 with 35 votes. That's where we're at on the poll.
Okay.
So it looks like offense.
Pull up the other one. We'll go through the other one real quick. Why I pull up the cut.
Okay. So we'll pull up this real quick. Let's see here. Where is it? All right here. Okay, Mikey. Top 100 real quick, and then while you're pulling that up, and we'll skim through that, let me know when you got that up. So top 100 free agents according to Fox. Von Miller at 100. Want anything to do with him?
Nope.
Obviously, no to Joe Flacco. Christian Kirk.
Depends on the cost.
Interesting.
If it's a cheap cost, sure. I don't know
I'm
how
with
he
you.
fits though, because he kind of is what Shakir is for us. But
That's right. Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
I'm never going to turn down good wide receivers.
Yeah, and he's not bad. He's really not
Yeah.
bad.
No.
Tyler,
Although
we're
he
good
would
with
be the big back that you're looking for.
I still think they could find that in draft though.
I think they need to find that in draft.
Yeah.
Blankenship, no thanks.
Yep. No thanks.
He's
All
gonna get
right.
paid.
Quincy Williams.
Nope.
All right. Nick Cross.
That's an interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real interesting one. Not gonna break the bank.
6 to 8, they're saying.
You know, we need someone to partner with him. I don't think he's going to be the guy. I think we're going to go with like PJ Locke and somebody else that knows Jim Leonard's system. But you know, I would be okay with Cross. We do need
Their
another.
prediction
We do need
is
another
the
one.
Titans. Their prediction is the Titans, by the way, because they also got predictions here. Kyle Duggar, sorry. They're saying Commanders.
I like Duggar too. Sandra, we absolutely love it. I'm glad you're here. We appreciate you coming in and talking with us on it. I would like Duggar goes back. I think if McDermott was here, it'd be probably a closer signing because he's a more of a fit. I don't know how he fits into what they're trying to do with Leonard's scheme. So,
okay,
you know,
Gardner Johnson.
He's a jack of all trades. He just is not a great teammate, so I just don't see him being a fit with the Buffalo Bills.
All right. I think we're good on tight ends.
If we cut Dawson Knox, I could see Chig as one of those types that would fit as a replacement for him.
They're saying they predict him goes back to Titans.
I think he's going to go back to Titans too.
Najee Harris, they think he's going to re-sign with the Chargers.
Okay.
Probably. Greg Newsome.
Nope.
DJ Reader.
Oh, now we're starting to talk about guys who he's getting up there in age as the 1 year fill the gap, big man in the middle. I could see that.
Yep. They're saying the Bengals, according to them.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Robinson.
No.
Sheldon Rankins.
Another one of those that's on, you know, big man in the middle that we're looking for. Wouldn't mind having. 1 year.
They're saying resigns. They're saying he goes back to the Texans more than likely. Kingsley.
Yes. Here's one that I could see us looking at going out and getting. 11 sacks in 4 years, but he's been playing behind multiple people, Rashawn Gary and Mike Parsons last year.
Mm-hmm.
I could see us taking a flyer on him in the 3-4 system because we're going to need edge rushers.
And $6 million is not it's not crazy.
No.
Not crazy. Their prediction is the Dolphins on that. And they did get rid of Chubb, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Stokes, Raiders corner.
I don't see us going out and getting
Eric Stokes, sorry.
Corner.
Keenan Allen, I think he goes back to the Chargers again.
I think Keenan Allen retires. But if he
okay,
does,
they're saying the Saints.
I think he's a Chargers.
What do you think?
If he comes back.
That's what I think. Alex and Anazolan, and I heard that name pop up too.
As his own name?
Yeah, Anazoli. Yeah.
I could see that.
They're saying the Jets.
Yeah, he seems like it'd be a good fit inside of, you know, as a middle linebacker.
Okay. Josh
Jobe, no thanks. Don't need corners.
They're sending back to Seattle. Jonah Williams.
Now, Jonah Williams is 28. You know, if he's going to be 8 to 10, no. But if no one wants him because he's struggled at times with multiple teams and he's more like a $3 million, I would take him as our reserve swing tackle because he can play both right and left.
Okay.
So
you'd be cool with it. All right. They're saying he goes back to the Cardinals. Cam Jordan, I think he goes back to Saints anyways. I think he's going to finish career there.
Yeah, me too. And after talking shit about Josh Allen,
yeah,
he ain't coming to Buffalo.
He said he wasn't, by the way, but he was.
He mixed up, like the way he described Josh is how he is actually like, you know, Lamar Jackson, which is wild to me.
Right. Monteric Brown, Jags. They're saying he goes back. David, I can't even pronounce that name. Defensive tackle for the Falcons. Onyemeta. Cade Otten.
Nope.
Buccaneers. Saying he signs with the Jags.
He's going to get too much money.
Trayvon Diggs.
Don't need corners.
Commanders. Marcus Mariota. By the way, what do we do? Do we have, what's his name coming back?
No, he's a free agent.
Mitch. So what do we do? You think we re-sign Mitch?
Probably.
Okay, because he seems to always be a cheap deal and reliable. Russell Wilson. Saying he signs with the Chiefs. You think he signs with the Chiefs?
No.
You think he goes there? No. Oh my God. Rashad White.
Before you move on, Spence says, I think Vandermark did fine as our swing tackle. Don't need to waste resources on redundancy. The problem is Vandermark's a restricted free agent, and there's a good chance he's going to get a contract that we're not going to want to match because he has been good in spot starts. You saw that happen recently. In San Francisco, lost a couple of theirs. Like there's been a few of those. So we need depth corners. We do, but we're not going to pay top price for depth corners. It's just not going to happen.
You want me to skim through this to the top 20 or something? Because I can, because we'll be here all day. You want to go 25 through 1?
Yeah.
Let's go toward 25 through 1. Let's go.
Romeo Dobbs, I'd be interested in, depending on the price.
Okay. So he's at 24. All right. I'm with you on that one. Khalil Mack.
I could see him because he fits the 3-4 so well. I just he's old.
He is.
It'd have to be a 1 year thing.
It should have happened a long time ago if it was going to happen. Bring him back to Buffalo.
Yeah, I just don't see it.
I'm with you. Quay Walker. They're saying he goes back to the Packs.
Probably does. He would fit in this as an inside backer. I just don't see us paying him $14.5 million.
Bradley Chubb.
$10 million. Hey, that's an interesting one.
It is. They're saying he goes to the Panthers.
Bring Mac home. I can see him going to the Panthers. Panthers need that type of, that type of player.
Depending on the money, I'd be interested. Depending on what you
pay him 12 to 14, like what we paid Bosa?
I don't know.
Go back up. How old is he?
29.
29. He's still young enough. I might give him a 3-year 36 and get it out after 2.
Mm-hmm. Because he's had 2 back-to-back good seasons, I believe, in Miami, right?
Well, he got hurt a season ago. When he got back, he was good with Miami after he got back this year. But last year he got hurt.
But he had one season when Miami was 11 sacks, I believe. Yeah. So he's had some decent seasons there. ATN, obviously, no, we don't need. Kyle Pitts, no, we don't need a tight end right now. What about Juwan Jennings?
No.
Receiver. No. What about Rasheed Walker?
Nope.
What about Rashid Shaheed?
Now we're talking because Shaheed could be an outside threat and a punt returner. That's what we don't have.
That is true. Right? We've been using honestly, Shakir.
And if we could get off of, because we're going to get out of Palmer's contract probably after next year. So if we can keep this year's cap low, I'm okay giving him what Palmer was making at the 15. If we're giving him 15 a year, I'm okay with that because he'll be more than just a receiver.
And he's dynamic at that. Yeah. By the way,
I'd be okay with that. Give him a 3-year, $45 million. I'd be okay with that
because he could serve both. Yeah. I'd be okay with Mike Evans too, but I think
bring me Mike Evans all day.
Yeah, but I think he's a buck. He's a buck for life. He's like the Cam Jordan. Like I just think he's going to retire there. He's been there so long. But I absolutely would sign him. Kobe Bryant, we don't need safety. I don't think Nashawn Wright.
No. We need cheap corners.
Aaron Rodgers. Brees Hall. Was you entertaining now?
Don't. Nope.
Jalen Phillips.
I would absolutely love to have him.
Okay.
If it's a 1-year 15, I would do a 1-year 15 to see what he could do.
Man, it's shaky. Alec Pierce.
They're saying Malik Willis to the Dolphins.
I think that would be great for them. I'm not gonna lie. Is that what they said? Let me go up. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that would listen. Was it me and you that talked about the other day? I think he's he doesn't want to back up Aaron Rodgers. I think wherever he goes, he wants to know he's going to be the starter. He's done that. Yeah. So I think if he goes to the Dolphins, I think they would have to move on from Tua. You know what I mean? Like that'd be it. There is no Tua and him competing.
They can't get out of it. They have another year.
They could eat it. They could just say fuck it, and
you might as well keep him as a backup. If you're
going to, That's true. That's true. Or he might demand a trade though.
But it doesn't matter if they demand or not. You have to have someone willing to trade for you. And they're saying that They don't.
That's true.
Is part of the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? He'd be expensive backup, but so is Cousins. So you might be right on that.
Yes, then we do need a free safety.
Pierce, they're saying signs with us.
Here's the problem.
Fox.
I don't know what he's going to command 20. I'm not paying him 20 million. I'm not.
Yeah, that's a bit.
There's not a chance in hell I'm paying that guy 20 million.
Yeah,
he was boom or bust. I'd much rather pay Romeo Dobbs than pay Pierce that much money.
What about Odafe?
I would love to have him.
Yeah, he's a beast.
I would absolutely love to have him. I have a feeling he's going to go back to the Chargers though, because they have a lot of money. But
they're saying the Ravens would pick him up. We don't need a running back. I'm saying that's what they're saying. Tyler Linderbaum, center. Ravens.
I would rather give Linderbaum 20 than give McGovern
16,
18,
right?
18.
Or 16, 18. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. They're saying he goes to the Giants. Hendrickson, that's an interesting one.
I would take Hendrickson right now. I'd give him a 3-year deal out after 2.
Yeah, they're saying Bears potentially. Devin Lloyd. It's an interesting name.
He'd fit what we need.
He absolutely would. I would entertain it, no doubt. Obviously, no danger. George Pickens to wrap it up. They got him as the number 1. Fox does free agent. Do you agree with that? By the way, do you think he's the number 1 as we sit right now, top 100?
Slide up.
All right,
because he's 24 is why he's number 1. Yeah,
24. Yeah,
he's 24 years old.
So out of the whole, but I'm saying out of the list,
if you could,
do you think he's number 1?
Yeah, because of how young he is.
Okay.
If you tell me that we didn't have the attitude problems and his ability to quit on a team mid-game,
right,
I would absolutely pay him. But
yeah, I'm with you.
I watched him quit on 2 teams mid-game.
Yep. By the way, do you have the cuts thing? You got the players pulled up?
Yeah. I got.
You want to add it or
no? I'll just tell you. We'll start with Curtis Samuel.
Yes,
keeper cut. Okay.
Cut.
Tyler Bass, keeper cut.
Cut. I'd cut him, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think Beans, for some reason, going to keep him. But I would cut him.
Tyler Rapp, keeper cut.
Cut him.
Dawson Knox, keeper cut.
God. That is tough, dude. I don't know. That's so tough because I would say keep him if he's willing to do renegotiate his contract, basically. Take a cut on his contract. If not, yeah, I would cut him. If he's unwilling to do rework the contract out, then yeah, I think you could find another tight end through the draft or free agency and not have to pay super much.
Let me ask you this. Would you, because Tyler Bass cap is 4.9, we'll save like 2.5 or 3 million or whatever.
I think that's what they said. Yeah, 2.9.
Would you cut Tyler Bass and wouldn't sign Aubrey?
Absolutely,
at $5 million a year.
Yeah, that's not much more, and you're
you
way
pay
more
$2 million
confident.
for Aubrey?
He's one of the best kickers in the league, if not the best. So I would say right now the best is probably the Jags kicker, but they're close. I think they're really
Everyone
close.
says pay cut for
the pay cut. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, if he's unwilling to do that,
yep.
Yeah, then yeah, because I think you can find another Knox like his ability that is through the draft or free agency. There's a guy out there you can get a little bit cheaper, but I think he's willing to. I think he'd be willing to work it out with the Bills. Okay, but who else?
Teron Johnson.
God, I have to say yes. I don't see a place for him on this defense. I don't, and I think you could save some money on his deal. What was it, 7.9? I believe you cut him.
That. Yeah, you save 7.9 or something like that.
Yeah.
I think he's more of a post June 1 cut than he is just a cut like right now. But
I wonder if they can move him on by a trade though, like a package. If he be a guy that maybe another team might
someone
want to include
like Oakland, who needs corners.
That's what I'm saying. You never know.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe build some draft capital.
Keeper trade. Keon.
God, for me, I would definitely. And man, it sucks because I'm the one that kind of vouched for him, wanted him here. I would definitely try to trade him, but I don't think they are. I think I think I think Brady's just too invested in his thinking that he can get him to be a better version of himself. But I do think if Bean had a great offer, let's say for a receiver, right? Let's say it is Pickens. Let's say for some reason they franchise him, they want to trade him, and they want Coleman back in part of the trade. Fine. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna fight it either. You know what I mean? But for me, I wouldn't cut him because I think he has value. Believe it or not, I feel like you could get something in return. So I think I'd rather trade him rather than just cut him. He's on a rookie deal.
Yep. And then the last one I have for keeper or trade, Deion Dawkins.
No, you keep him. You can't start fucking with the line right now. You can't. Now, what I would like for them to do is not be so late on his replacement. You better start, if it's not this draft, next draft, or if you're maybe confident about Grable, if Grable's maybe the future guy there, you work with him a little bit. But no, you cannot kick our best lineman, or at least one of our best linemen, because you can kind of say right now Brown and him are the anchors of that line. You get rid of him, now you got to find his replacement, right? And not only do you got to find his replacement, Mikey, you got two guys now on that left side that are brand new on the team.
Yeah, I know. I get it. It's just a question.
Boy, that's shaky. I would not. I wouldn't. I think that would be a not a safe move. And you got a new offensive line coach coming in. Like, yeah, no, I don't feel comfortable with that right now.
I'm with you on that, by the way.
Okay.
And then my last one is Ty Johnson, keeper cut.
Yeah, you have to cut him. If you're right, I don't know if they're. It didn't seem like they had plans for him last year.
$2.5–3 million.
There's no point of keeping him then. Yeah, if they have no plans for him, what's the point? You're wasting your money away. Is that it?
Yeah. So next Friday or next Monday when we do this, let's do re-sign or move on, and we'll do the 2026 Buffalo Bills free agents, and we'll go through the list and we'll say, should we re-sign them or should we let them move on?
Sounds good. All right, last thing, then we're going to get out of here, Mikey, because we're been on over 2 hours. So these are the things, upcoming stuff that you guys might want to know about for the Buffalo Bills offseason stuff. So first day of the NFL teams can franchise or transition tag players February 23rd, March 2nd. It says NFL Scouting Combine. So that's the Combine right there on March 2nd. March 3rd. Franchise transition tag deadline. March 9th through 11th, NFL free agency negotiations began, Mikey. So I think on the 9th is what do they call it? Like tampering period or whatever?
Tampering period opens.
Yeah, so really, technically, the 11th is when free agency begins, but everybody knows on the 9th you start getting reports about guys signing. So, but at 11 p.m. is when it officially starts. New deals, trades become official, Mikey. So that's right around the corner. So trades could start happening quickly.
Would you give up a 1 for BTJ?
Boy.
Let me ask you a different question. If BTJ was coming out of the draft today, would he be the first wide receiver taken?
In this draft? Probably, huh? Probably. It's not a very deep receiving class this year. Now, mind you, I haven't gone through every single receiver yet. Maybe I'm wrong in that.
Like I think he would rival Carnell Tate or Jordan Tyson.
I rather entertain it more on Marvin Harrison Jr. if I'm going to give up a 1. Now, mind you, a 1 is a 26. It's not like it's borderline a second. And throw Coleman in there. You know what?
If I'm throwing Coleman in, I'm not giving up a 1. I'm giving up a 2.
Yeah. I mean, I might entertain it. I still feel like if you're going to do it, I would definitely call him Marvin Harrison first. I think he has more upside in BT, Brian Thomas Jr. But I wouldn't hate it either. But I think there's better players out there for them to trade off with. Like Waddle, for instance, I feel like would be a better selection than Brian Thomas. He's still young, Feel like he could do a little bit more. He's not scared to take hits down the middle of the field. Like that was the knock on Brian Thomas, right? The hits downfield, he's kind of easing up a little bit. So, but anyways, to get out of here, March 29th to April 2nd, NFL owners meeting. Who cares? April 6th, mandatory minicamp, Mikey. April 17th, restricted free agent signing. April 20th, returning NFL head coaches mandatory minicamps begin. NFL draft, Mikey, which we're going to be doing again, starts on the 23rd to the 25th. May 1st, fifth round option deadline. May 8th through 11th, NFL team hold rookie minicamp. May and June, NFL team hold OTAs. July 15th, deadline to sign franchise tag players to long-term deal. And then mid-late July is the training camp begins, Mikey. And
we will start early this year because we have a new head coach.
Yep. So that's
everything gets moved up.
That's the off-season stuff that you guys might want to know about.
I actually have three hours left in my day, but when we get off here, I'll actually finish working. Spen says BTA is drafted around 26. He's actually drafted, I think, at 20. If you're trading a player on a rookie deal, then that means they're not worth the pick you drafted them on. Maybe.
Yeah, I just feel like there's better options. How about that? Like, I wouldn't hate it, is what I'm saying, but I feel like that might be one of my lower options as far as if you're going to venture off and try to get a receiver. Obviously, you want to call and get a feel for the bigger names like Jefferson, though I don't think he's going anywhere, but it can't hurt.
It's going to be multiple ones, too, for Jefferson and $40 million.
Exactly. But I'm just saying it couldn't hurt to make the call. Like, he's going to make the call to get a feel for it, to see kind of where they're at. And then obviously the Pickens would be interesting. And then obviously not just receivers. And you got the Crosby if you really want to, even though he says he doesn't want to go anywhere, I'd still entertain the idea. So I think Bean has a lot of phone calls.
If I'm going to trade, I think I'm going to trade for Waddle's not going anywhere. The new GM already come out and said he's part of our future.
Did he?
Yeah. The new GM also said that Garrett Wilson's part of their future. So I don't see them going anywhere.
Oh, for the Jets?
Uh-huh.
All right.
So
all right.
I think you pick up the phone call for Marvin Harrison or BTJ or Chris Olave.
Oh, Brown's name's getting thrown out there too. What do you think about Brown? He's an
older guy with a lot of money. I want a younger guy with not a lot
of problems. A lot of problems.
Or Chris Olave. I'd take Chris Olave in a heartbeat too. And then I'm more open of signing a free agent edge than trading for a Max Crosby. It's a lot of
like
draft picks and a lot of money.
Henderson.
Yeah.
You give it up for Hendrickson. The only problem I have with Hendrickson is he's getting up there in age as well. Like, you got to be careful. Yeah, but you still got to be careful on the length of the contract.
But if you're giving him a 3-year deal,
that's fine. I'm good with that.
And you have an out after 2, then
yeah, I don't think anybody would complain about that. All right, that's it, Mike. Anything else? We've been on here a while, 2 hours, 15 minutes.
I'd rather have Crosby and Marvin Harrison over Jefferson. I'd rather have both of them too.
Correct. Yeah.
But what they're going to ask for Crosby is just stupid. And I don't think I really don't think Marvin Harrison's getting dealt. I just don't.
Yeah, I don't think any of the. I mean, maybe, but Harrison might be the one, but I don't think Crosby or Jefferson. I think
Brian Thomas Jr. has a better chance of being dealt than Harrison does, because Harrison was drafted by that same regime GM that's there, to where Brian Thomas Jr. was not drafted by the GM that's there.
That and his name was being floated already.
Was floated at the deadline. Yeah.
That's what. Yeah. So I mean, but like I said, that listen, some team you never know, man. Some teams. That's what I'm saying. You make the phone call because you never know if a GM gets an offer. He's like, okay, yeah, let's do it. I mean, it can happen, right? There's trades all the time.
Yeah.
Where you don't think it's going to happen. So we'll find out. It's going to be very interesting. But anyways, guys, we appreciate you guys rocking with us, man. 2 hours and 15 minutes tonight. Awesome show, man. It kind of flew by, to be honest with you, but we'll be back. Mikey will be back Monday night, 10 o'clock. I'll be back Friday Night Lights. I'll be here at 8:30. So I might actually start at 8 moving forward while Mikey is away on Friday nights. So yeah, I'll start at 8 o'clock this Friday, guys. So Friday Night Lights, 8 o'clock. Look for me. And the Monday, next Monday, Mikey returns 10 p.m. Monday Night Uncensored. So Bills Mafia, we love you, and as always, go Bills. We're out of here. Peace.
Go Bills.
That's right.
Just let your soul go. Just let it shine through. Just let your